Hey there, NASCAR fans. Welcome into a special episode here of the Highline Podcast where we get some Monday afternoon racing here. And of course, William and I, we're here to watch it with you guys. We've never done one of these live watch parties before. We've never had the benefit of a Monday race, but given the rain out yesterday at Dover Motor Speedway, we're now getting set for Monday afternoon racing. And again, William and I will watch it with you guys. We obviously can't show the footage, unfortunately, due to copyright issues, but we can bring you live commentary, let you guys know what's going on as the race unfolds. What's going on, William?
It's going on really well, man. We got a Monday race. The engines are getting fired as we speak.
Yeah.
It's 400 miles of pure action. I honestly look at the RFK cars to be the cars to beat here this weekend in Dover. They were quick in practice, and they're both having good starting positions because last week pretty much set up the field because qualifying got rained out. So we got Brad Keselowski and Busch in fourth and fifth, and I think those are going to be the cards to look out for. And obviously, I look out for last year's winner here, Chase Elliott. He's coming off a big injury. Went to Martinsville, got a top 10. Went to Talladega, got a stage win. And I'm liking what I'm seeing so far for him. But the cards to keep an eye out for has to be the RFK cards.
Well, I like how you mentioned track position there in your opening and justifying part of your justification, at least liking RFK. We're at the 1 mile short track, relatively speaking. We know short track racing hasn't been the greatest under these next gen cars. Starting position will be key. So it will absolutely be key. There may not be a ton of passing. There may not be a ton of green flag passing. So where you start and how you are in the pits could really be determined, how you finish and what your run looks like today. So the race is going to take place on FS1, as William said. I don't know. You said engines are fired. The broadcast just switched to it. I am going to turn up the volume for you guys a little bit closer to green flag dropping, which should be at 12:10. So in about 8 or so minutes, we'll get some volume here. We'll settle in. We'll watch some race together. Look forward to this.
Yeah, I think so. We gave out drivers to look for. Who is one particular driver that you think is going to go to victory lane?
Well, I hope like hell a Chevrolet does. I've got money that says a Chevrolet will do it. It's really hard to go against any Hendrick guy each and every single week. They've just been too damn strong. So I like a Hendrick guy to maybe possibly pull this out. Kyle Busch has got the pole. You mentioned track position. Nobody starts better than him on the pole. So Kyle Busch could certainly be strong today, and that wouldn't surprise me one bit. I would say probably Hendrick or Busch are probably the guys I'm looking for.
Let's see.
Get some volume here. I know it's a
Oh
commercial
no.
break.
So we're going into commercial break. Obviously, during commercial breaks, we're not going to be able to really help out much for the fans. So what we're going to do is, before a commercial break, when we tell y'all what happens, we need y'all to comment down below. The type, like, say any driver on the grid, and we'll pull up their radio during a commercial break.
Oh, there you go.
And we can do because you're not interfering, no copyright thing. You're full on. It's a full on radio, so we're allowed to do that. So before a commercial break, if you want to listen to the one car audio, we'll listen to it. Simple as that.
What's that website? I'll try and stream it here.
It is NASCAR.com.
Oh, you're just doing NASCAR. Okay, I'd do that through the app. I didn't know if you had something different. All right, let me see how I can get that to play on this stream. Let's see. I like it.
So the starting grid for today's race is Kyle Busch and Christopher Bell on the front row. You got Ryan Blaney and Brad Keselowski in row number 2. Row number 3, you got Chris Buescher and Chase Briscoe with Ford Lockout there, as row 2 was. And then behind them, you got Tyler Reddick in 7th place, William Byron. Behind him, you got the runner-up from the spring race 1 year ago, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., alongside the actual winner a year ago, Chase Elliott. Then you got Eric Jones. Behind him, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, Ross Chastain, Daniel Suarez, and Ty Dillon is having a good starting position because of his great result at Talladega in 16th place. Martin Truex Jr. starting in 17th. He's got some work to do, but I believe he'll be up there before too long. Kyle Larson, same as always. He's going to be up front. He's going to be the guinea pig. He's going to be the one testing out different lines, so keep an eye on him. Eric Almirola is another driver to keep an eye out on. He's been hot lately, and this is one of his better tracks. Austin Cindric in 20th. J.J. Yeley. B.J. McLeod. Josh Berry. Ty Gibbs. You got Justin Haley. Joey Logano in 26th place. He's coming from a long ways back. Corey LaJoy. Bubba Wallace in 28th place. A.J. Allmendinger. Ryan Preece, a driver that has been particularly hot lately, but he's always struggled to put a complete race together. Could this be the day? He's starting back in 30th. He's got some work for him to do, but it's very possible. Harrison
Remember,
Burton.
Priest led a ton of laps at Martinsville until he had the pit road incident, which set him back and ended his day. If he can replicate that speed at Martinsville, Priest is going to be strong today.
Yes, and behind him, you got Harrison Burton, Michael McDowell, Noah Gregson, Brennan Poole in the 15 car this weekend. I do not know if that is a long-term solution because of Cody Ware's being out, but Brennan Poole in the car, I like it. Todd Gilliland in 35th, and rounding out the field in last place is Austin Dillon in the 3 car. You got an RCR sandwich with Kyle Busch on the pole and Austin Dillon riding shotgun to the pack. You don't really see that happen often in the NASCAR Cup Series or NASCAR in general. But this week we are. I don't know if that's a first or not. I'm sure it's not, but it's pretty odd to see. But pace laps are going. They're going to do, I think it is 4, and we're going to get racing here soon.
I think they're going to come down pit road there next time and obviously check pit road speed, make sure they're not speeding, what have you. They're going through the order that Williams just gave out. I'm going to play some scanner audio right now. If Brian or anybody else in the chat can just let me know if you guys can hear it. As William said, maybe during the commercial breaks we'll let you hear the scanner. So let me throw on just this one random driver. I don't even know who I'm selecting here. Let me see. All right, you select it. It's, of course, got to give you a 30-second ad because that's the way the world works. Got to pay the bills, so they're running an ad for the driver. All right. Can we hear that? Obviously, they're not talking. That's why we're not getting it. But can you guys hear that? Is that something you can hear, Brian? I did Kyle Busch. You can hear it?
Yes.
Okay, well then we'll do that during commercial breaks. We'll pick a driver, as William said. You guys can let us know in the comments section which driver you want to hear, and when we're in commercial, we'll go ahead and throw up that car's scanner. See what kind of chatter we're getting during the commercial breaks between spotter and driver, crew chief and driver, what have you.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We've got 2 minutes. I'm going to throw up some volume. Can you hear that, William? Is that enough volume?
I can hear it.
All right.
But we just watched your highlight reel from the win last year. Are you still thinking that we have to win to make it in the playoffs? But you had a great weekend last weekend, a lot of stage points earned. Do you think you can point your way in?
Settle in for some Monday afternoon racing here on the Highline Podcast with William and I. We, of course, can't show you guys the actual race, but we'll do our damnedest to bring you commentary, let you guys know what's happening in and out of commercial. They're talking to Chase Elliott. They're talking to Chase Elliott right now as they take their last lap or two around, warming up the tires and what have you.
I think it's something we need to say before we do the radio later on, is that obviously we don't got an age limit here, but there may be some cussing involved. So we're just wanting to put that out there so no one gets thrown out like some of the things they're saying on the radio, because that is going to happen. Does it happen all the time? Not really, but sometimes they will say a couple of nasty words here and there. But yes, I was wanting to bring that or mention that before we went any further with this.
Yep.
But yeah, I think they should be getting the one to go here soon, because typically when they leave pit road, they got 2 pace teams or 2 pace cars, more like, I don't know why I said teams, but they have like half the field and half the field, but it's all went out as one. It looked sunny there. I wouldn't imagine they're going against weather, but
No, there's no weather today. This is going to be this. They're getting it in, no issues. Looks like they're coming down pit road now. You see all the crew members, holding the thing. What the hell do they call those things? I think they're coming down pit road. Yeah, you got Larson dropping down to the apron. Looks like he's coming down pit road. The 2019 Dover Fall winner starts 18th today in the 5 car. Yeah, he's on pit road. They're all checking pit road speed. So that means we're guaranteed to get one more lap, come out of here, then do a lap, and then I think we're going to green flag. What's up, Kyle? Kyle's in the chat. Kyle and Brian. What's up, fellas? Martin Truex, a 3-time Dover winner. He starts 17th. His brother getting a win yesterday. How about that? How about Ryan coming through? Or not yesterday. I guess that would have been Saturday.
Yeah, it was a big deal for Ryan Truex because he's been racing in NASCAR for, gosh, I think it's been over 10 years, and he's
10 years.
always been at the bad end of the field. He hasn't been in good machinery this year and last year. Joe Gibbs decided to give him an opportunity, and he won. And I believe that's going to get him a good ride in Xfinity next year. I'm sure his brother is going to have to do something with that. I'm sure Martin's going to probably mention his name to Joe Gibbs a ton. And yeah, we'll see how things go there. But a big win for him, and I'm sure Truex is highly pumped up for that.
You're
And
right.
also today's race. This is where Martin Truex Jr. got his first career win at Dover back in 2007 when he beat out the Rocket Man Ryan Newman. So it's gonna be a fun one here. Truex has some ways to go, but
Gonna be a fun one. 59 degrees, sunny in Dover. We do get stage one. It's 120 laps. They're going to throw the caution flag after lap 20, which will still give you, 100 laps to go, obviously, in stage one. So we will be green flag pit stops as long as there's no cautions, as the fuel window is 85 to 90 laps. So even after the competition caution, we'll still get one green flag stop here in stage one.
well, I want to mention this before we go any further. I know we're doing this on live stream. We're not really showing the race, but I give it to NASCAR. They got a decent crowd for a Monday race. I'm really giving it to them. It's a pretty good show out.
I tell you what, Dover's gotten the bad end of the stick. I saw yesterday the tweet there by Jeff Gluck, the reporter there from The Athletic. He said something like 3 out of. Let me go back and find the tweet so I don't miss. But Dover
It
is
was
anyway. Dover, they've had a
2019.
lot of Monday races, is what I'm getting at. A lot.
Yes, 2019 Truex won it. Then 2022 Elliott won the now. It's 3 races. 21, I believe it ran on a Sunday. I think that was the only one that went through right.
Let me find this
But
tweet here.
yeah, that's where we saw the Hendrick 1, 2, 3, 4 back in 2021.
Here, where is it? This marks the third of the last 4 non-COVID races here at Dover have been Monday races.
Yeah.
They just getting hit by unlucky. I mean, so you can't control Mother Nature. They have just gotten crushed. All right, we are. Pace car is going, guys. We're getting green flag. I'll give you guys some volume. William and I will chime in. Let's get it, boys. A little Monday afternoon racing here at Dover. Enjoy it.
See here.
Wow, Busch just got
Green
a
is
great
up.
start. Great start by
Hey,
Busch.
he's got 2 car lengths on the 20 car going into 1.
Easily.
Matt Keselowski had a great start. Keselowski gained a spot. He's in P3. Keselowski threw a block at Blaney.
Briscoe on the outside.
on the
Briscoe on the outside in P4.
And here comes Byron also. That top line had an excellent start throughout the whole pack. The bottom didn't get going at all.
Well, we were talking about that beforehand. We thought the outside line, at least on restarts, would be the preferred line.
We got side by side with the 14 and 12 going into 3. The 12 is probably going to clear him off exit. He does. Well, let's see here. Kyle Busch has got a 3/10 of a second lead ahead of the 20 car, Christopher Bell. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of tire degradation there is with this green track. I know it's a concrete track. Tire wear isn't really high, but it's obviously going to change throughout the run. Your car is going to handle a lot different. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the 8 car because he looks like he's riding on rails right now, to be honest with you. So
I bet you're going to need a good long run to win here today. You're probably going to need a good long run if you want to be a victory today.
yes, I would believe so. Logano up 4 positions in the 22nd. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far from him. It's hard to pass here. So, and Austin Dillon hasn't gained a single spot. That's concerning. Here. I got Eric Jones.
I always liked Dover.
Let's see here. I got a little issue on their scoring ticker with Suarez and Jones. Almirola. That's a shocker because he's usually good here at Dover.
Yeah, they had a matchup from a betting standpoint of Stenhouse over Almirola. Damn, I almost did that. I think Stenhouse is going to beat Almirola pretty easily.
But Stenhouse, let me tell you, he's got the best car this whole entire weekend. Now, INC Hot Car, that's got to be the best paint scheme of the weekend, but maybe be in contention for the whole year. I don't know. I like that paint scheme. That's a pretty sharp one.
5 laps in, and Eric Jones has dropped 3 spots. Chastain has dropped 2 spots. Those are some of your bigger droppers so far in the first 6 or 7 laps. You've got top 5. You got Busch, Bell, Kozlowski, Blaney, and Briscoe. And Busch has increased his lead from 0.3 to 0.4, so he's getting a little bigger.
Here comes Justin Haley on the outside of Austin Cindric going for 19th place, and he's going to get the momentum off of turn 4 into 19th place. Haley goes. Back up front, looks like Kyle Busch is now up to a half a second lead. He's really not gaining much every lap, but he's gaining on Bell, but not much. And that's something to keep an eye on. I'm about to look up some lap times here. Last time by, Kyle Busch ran a 23:48. Him and Bell rode identical lap times. So that just shows you how, I don't know, I think they're very close in pace. They're pulling away from the 3rd and 4th place cars.
And Busch is going to give him respect. He's pulling away from Bell. They may have had the same time, but his lead's gone from 0.3 to 0.5 over the last couple of laps.
Let's see here. It takes about a couple of seconds after they cross the line. You get the satellite deals and for it to come out for a new lap. But, yeah, they've been somewhat similar in pace. But any second now, we should be getting new updated lap times.
I wonder if something's going on with the 9 team. Elliott's fallen back all the way down to 14th. He was just in the top 10. Yep. I wonder if Elliott maybe have gotten loose or something. He's fallen down.
That last lap, Kyle Busch ran a 23.54, and while Christopher Bell ran a 23.56. 2 1,000ths off. So he ain't really going nowhere. I think they're just stalemate right now, and it's going to be interesting to see if Bell can get up to the 8 car and if he can pass them. Because that clean air, because we're seeing all these passes go on throughout the pack, which seems very promising, but you got to think about it. There's no clean air involved. They're all right beside each other. So dirty air is kind of blocking the leader. So when the 20 car goes up to the 8 car is going to have the advantage, not like a car mid-pack will, if that makes sense. So I'm really curious to see what's going to happen there. And holy crap, what happened to Briscoe there this last lap? He's down to 8th place from 5th place.
Hey, you stole the words right out of my mouth. Briscoe is free falling. He's free falling out of the top 10. Briscoe's going the wrong direction, down to 12th.
He may have an issue.
He's got something.
He looks so tight. He looks tight. There's no other way to put it. He's tight. He ain't turning that car. That car is not getting no rotation at all. It's so stiff in the corners.
Yeah, the crew's talking about him now. They've noticed him dropping off.
Oh my gosh, he's
down
falling
to 14th.
off.
He is free falling. What's up, Donna? How are you, Donna? Thanks for hanging out with us here at Dover.
Yeah, this ain't looking good. He's down to 16th now.
Yeah, he needs that caution. It's still 5 laps away. The competition caution is going to come after lap 20. He needs it right now. He needs to get into that pit and make an adjustment.
Johnny Klossmeyer is going to have to loosen that car up big time because when he goes to the corner, he's hitting the apex, but he shoots right up because he ain't getting no turning involved in it because it's so tight. So that's not a good look for him. So we'll see how things go there.
I mean, you better hope for his sake he doesn't fall out of the top 20 before this caution comes, which right now is a real possibility. He is going to sit outside the top 20.
Yeah.
Guys are just rolling right on by him like it's nothing.
Yeah, he's down to 18th now. He'll be lucky to stay inside the top 25. I'll say that.
He is, wow. That car has fallen off. 15 laps into this run, his car fell right off. He's lost 13 spots since the restart. He's down to 19.
Gosh. Not looking good. He's lost. To put this in perspective, he was racing the 12 car maybe 5 laps ago, who's a second off the lead. Briscoe is now 11 seconds off the lead. He is struggling. Let's see some lap times here from Briscoe. That last lap, Chase Briscoe ran a 25.14 or 1.5. Kyle Busch ran a 23.74. He's 2 seconds quicker.
I'm going to go with nobody, Brian, to answer your question. Nobody's staying out. I know track position is key. Nobody's going to stay out.
You know what? I may take that up for Brian because you're not going to get to the end, I would believe, on fuel. Pushing it 100 laps is going to be a stretch. I don't really see it happening for tires. So I would imagine some teams stay out. I would imagine that. It would
Pre-
probably obviously the 14 is going to be the one pitting.
Yeah,
I can see
14's
someone
pitting.
like maybe
I mean,
the
you could make a
41
case for
maybe.
you could make a case for Kyle Busch. I mean, he's done nothing to, suggest his car is dropping off. You're gonna have
Oh,
if
Busch.
if you stay. I mean, either way, it's. I guess it becomes maybe it is gonna come down to track prediction. If you like your car, maybe you do stay out. Because even if you pit now, you're still gonna have to pit again before stage one is over. So with the fuel window, 85 to 90 laps. We'll see. They're cautions out, fellas. Cautions out. Briscoe fell to 20th during that, so he did not fall to the top 20. Clinging is the right word. He's clinging on the 20th as that caution flies. So we'll see what happens. Brian. We'll see who pits. You could make a case, I guess. Either way, you're gonna have to pit again. So do you gonna do one stop this stage, or you're gonna do two stops during this stage? We'll find out.
Let's see.
Briscoe pits, to your point. No way he stays up. All right, let's see. I bet guys pit, get a little minor adjustment. You've only got three Chevrolets in the top 10. That's a little surprising. Busch, Byron, and Stenhouse. You're only Chevys in the top 10.
So
Man.
Johnny Klossmeyer just went on the 14 radio. Chase Briscoe's crew chief is saying rubber is not really being put in. Cars are sliding around, which I'm really struggling to see what he's seeing there. But he's saying that to Chase on the radio. But he's saying they're going to give him some wedge and they're going to help him work on his front turn. It's from that radio. It sounds like he's the only car on track that's tight. Everyone else is just fine or just a little loose, and that's got to be concerning. But luckily, though, we're only 21 laps into this 400 lap race. A lot can happen, and the way these races play out, who knows what position you can win from? Like, it's crazy. Let's see here. They're talking about Josh Berry right now. I've heard some rumors that he's already signed a contract for 2024 from Larry McReynolds on SiriusXM Radio. Was he really supposed to go out there and say that? I don't think he was supposed to go say that, but he did say that, and it just makes me think, which team was it like that he signed for? It could have been Xfinity or Cup. Because his stock is high right now. He's been good for the Hendrick Motorsports camp.
Now you're getting the radio of the 14 on the actual TV broadcast. There's a tweet here that says Briscoe said, "Sorry about that. Once I got off the bottom, the car just went to shit." Look to him maybe maintain.
There's no way to put it.
Maybe look for him to stay off the bottom and run the top line, so to speak. Pit crew power rankings. I was listening to this. Briscoe's number 1. Byron 2, Larson 3. I was looking for this stat. Gibbs is 8. I was looking for something like that.
Well, when do you put an asterisk beside that 6 car? That's the 47 team.
All right, here you go. They're all down on pit road, Brian. I think every car. Let's see who stayed out. But I damn near think everybody came down pit road, Brian.
Someone had to stay out.
We'll see. You saw that shot. It looked like everybody was down. But we'll see. They all look like they're coming in. See if anybody can have an issue on pit road. Who's going to get caught speeding? Who's going to have an equipment interference? You know it happens with every pit stop. This is where races can be won or lost, especially on a track when you can't pass much, which we've seen that here on the next gen car with short track racing.
All right.
20 on the trouble with the 20 car on that stop. Bell having issues. Let's see who wins the race off pit road. It should be Kyle Busch. He's got the best pit stall, obviously. And
Kyle Busch. Keselowski.
It is Busch off pit road first. Bell with issues. Let's see what
Oh my
happens.
gosh, I'm really impressed. I know this is nothing like serious here, but I'm really
Look
impressed
at that
with that 30.
Look at that Byron and Barry. They hit coming out of their boxes.
Wow. But I know this ain't nothing major, but I just want to point it out. Todd Gillen was running in the 30th place before this caution came out, and he gained It almost looked like 10 positions in pit road. Did he take 2 tires or 4 tires? I don't know. I assume he took 4, but that was a good stop by his team. I'll give it to him. That front row team is really good in the pit lane.
Front Row
Obviously,
Motorsports. There was a good article by Mike about Michael McDowell about how his crew chiefs are kind of like they get poached. That's usually a good pit team there on Front Row Motorsports. Let me jump in the NASCAR app here and see what we've got. We've got a commercial break, obviously. Let's see how things shuffled. Oh, they haven't updated the standings yet.
14 is very active. The 14 is active on the radio.
Should be. All right. No
The 8 got a penalty. The 8, I think the 8 just got a penalty. I think the 8 got a penalty.
What?
Hold on. Johnny Klossmeyer just said something on the radio about the 8.
Busch, too fast on pit road, is headed to the rear. Unbelievable.
Yes.
These guys want to... Speed on pit road is one of the most annoying things. Like, what are you going to get speeding? A, you're going to get caught. And B, even if you push it right to the limit, what are we talking about here? Now he's going to fall all the way to the rear and a track in which track position is key. That's a dumb move by Kyle Busch. Dumb move. Running out here looking like a rookie out here, speeding on pit road. No need to speed. You got the number 1 pit stall. You've got the best stall. What the hell are you doing? Unacceptable by Kyle Busch to be speeding right there. Absolutely unacceptable.
So
He's never going to factor in today's race again. Right there, going to the rear. I mean, yeah, he'll battle back, but checker flag, done. No more.
But we're gonna see though. We're gonna see how good this 8 car really is. Because if he can make passes in dirty air, that's gonna make every team aware inside the NASCAR garage right now that the 8 car is the car to beat. Because if he can go out there and do that, he's the car to beat. But if he can't, they're just gonna say track position's key, and they're gonna take that note. And later on in a position like this where a caution happens, they may stay out.
I don't get that. And I've never heard, and you'll never will hear of a guy who was speeding on pit road and got away with it, because NASCAR seems to catch every goddamn person who speeds on pit road. The penalty is so severe. Like, I don't even understand why you're even flirting with the margins to even get caught speeding, and especially when you got the number 1 pit stall. You're coming out. There's nobody in front of you. You can just head on out of your stall and be the first one off pit road, and that's unacceptable by Kyle Busch. A veteran, a multi-champion, it's unacceptable. Can't do that.
Well, I don't know. I've been saying it for years now. Pit road penalties are just, when it comes to speeding, that's crossing a boundary where it can be real dangerous for teams and crew members and stuff like that. I believe the best way they should go about it is do a pit limiter. They do it for IndyCar. They do it for Formula One. NASCAR's obviously got the resources to do so. I think, for one, that's going to obviously limit the pit road penalties, but also it's going to limit injuries involved on pit road from cars hitting a member.
All right, we're back on the broadcast. They've showing Kyle Busch there in P1, but yeah, that's not going to be too fast entering pit road. Just unacceptable. All right, now he's doing his fall to the rear as everybody's passing him, or he's doing a pass through, whatever. Unacceptable, Kyle Busch.
He may, you know what though? He may be in a good position here. Because he may be able to top off here and maybe make it to the end on fuel.
No, fuel window is 85 to 90. I don't think everybody's going to have a green flag pit stop.
I don't know. With these caution laps, he may be in a good spot here.
Well, you're going to come back with. It's going to be so tight. I mean, to your point, maybe.
I think he's going to top off on fuel.
I mean, you might as well top off on fuel, even though it's a lap or two. Hey, you might as well. That's exactly what he's doing. He's topping off on fuel.
Yes, I like that. I like what Randall Burnett's doing. We're going to start at the back anyways. Might as well top off on fuel. And the good thing about that is Kyle Busch is getting another go at a pit road. Because think about it. He lost all of his confidence going on the pit road just then. Now he's able to go back down there, get his confidence back. Obviously, he's starting at the rear, but he's got his confidence back, and that's a good thing.
That's just so unacceptable to me. So unacceptable.
Let's see here. We're going to have the 6 car up front on this restart. I wonder what he's going to do here. I assume he took the top. I wasn't really paying attention to the choose. I was paying attention to the 8. But the tire degradation out there is crazy. It is a lot more than I expected it to be. Looks like we got the 6 car up
All
top.
right, here we go. Here's the Geico restart zone, fellas. We're going back to green with 27th lap of 120, so that's going to give you 93 laps on this run. I think everybody's going to be short on fuel with the window at 85 to 90.
The bottom had an excellent restart.
Byron starts off in P1, by the way. Byron's in P1. He gets a
Oh,
great restart
Byron.
with Kozlowski coming along with them on the outside of Hamlin. Whoa,
Here, what's Hamlin
where
able?
did Kozlowski go?
Oh,
Whoa,
my.
we got 42. 42. Caution for 42.
Oh.
Then see what happened by the time they cut to him. He had already spun and maybe hit the inside wall. I'm not sure, but Noah Gregson with the hairdo, with the what they used to call that the bowl cut. When I used to grow up,
Oh.
my dad used to make fun of me. He said, "Did you just put a bowl on your head and tell them to cut everything under the bowl?" That's what Noah Gregson looks like. He's got the bowl cut. Slap the wall.
He just got loose.
Hits both walls. It looked like. Yeah, hit the outside hard and tap the inside. Tap the
He's
inside.
lucky
Really
to
hit
get
the
much
outside.
more
Tough.
damage than he did. He's lucky he didn't get much more damage.
Who hit him? I couldn't quite tell in that replay. Who hit him?
Look, he got loose. It just like he got loose. He didn't really get touched.
Okay. Couldn't quite see.
But though, this caution is something that Kyle Busch did not need to happen. I think now is the rest of the field is going to probably be able to make it on field with this caution. I think that it kind of backfired on Kyle Busch, but it was worth the risk though. But a quick caution came out. If this would have lasted about 30 or 40 laps, the other cars may have pitted. So,
Well, there's no risk at his part. I mean, there was no risk in topping off. He had. I mean, to me, it was the only
yeah,
option.
it's either stay out and be a follower or go do your own thing, and that's what he did. So you got to respect that. And I would have done the same thing if I was Randall Burnett as crew chief, but it didn't work. It backfired. So you live to learn. You just hope that caution would have at least held on for another 40 or 50 laps. Maybe some cars would have got dragged to pit road and stuff like that. But yeah, unfortunate for the 18, but they were at the back anyways.
We're obviously under caution here. Let me let you guys know who's running in the top 10 right now. You got Byron in first, followed by Kozlowski, Hamlin, Buescher, Blaney, Berry, Stenhouse, Truex, Suarez, and Chastain round out the top 10. If you're curious about the pick selections that I have on the screen there, you've got 5 Chevys running in the top 10 with obviously Byron in P1, so that's certainly good. We know Briscoe is going to be way behind Buescher. You got Buescher up in 4th with Briscoe. Got to go ways back to find where Briscoe is. Let me find him. He is running. Hell, he must have gotten a decent start. He's up to 18th. So he gained a couple spots there on that restart. And then in terms of the other one, Preece over Gibbs. You've got Preece running. Let's see where Preece is. We got Preece in 27 and Gibbs in 26. So neck and neck, obviously, right there. So that's how the field runs, and that's how the field compares to the 3 bets that I've got in action today.
But back to the Kyle Busch topic here. Bob Hawkins just put out on Twitter. This is the best guy to look at when it comes to NASCAR stats and whatnot. He ran 40 miles an hour in Section 3 of pit road. There's many sections, like 10, 15 of them. Speed limit is 35. He went 5 over.
I'm so tired of. I mean, that's just. And then he wants to piss and moan. Probably he's gonna blame his team. That's a you problem. All that only falls on you. You're the guy.
Yeah,
and if you're gonna be too fast speeding into pit road, nobody can pass you. You're single file. So what's the rush to get on up there in speed? Ain't nobody passing you on pit road. Not on entering pit road. Where they pass you is the job in which your team members do and how you exit. Hell, you're in pit stall 1. You shouldn't. Just unacceptable. This unacceptable. Is this a restart or is this the replay of the restart?
I think it's a fast restart. Yeah, it's a fast restart.
Okay. I'm just so obviously I'm annoyed. Obviously I've got a bet on Chevy to win the race. So I'm annoyed by Kyle Busch, but it's just, even without it's just unacceptable.
The highest Chevy is still William Byron. I think Chevy's in a good position right now.
Nice, Kyle. See what the restart looks like. Byron obviously better on that restart by a good bit, just like Busch was able to take the opening restart and jump out to a couple car lengths on Bell. Byron kind of did the same, and I think Byron started on the bottom.
He started on the bottom. He got going off really well. Two cars though that have really caught my attention in the last couple of minutes have been the 48 car Josh Berry, but the one I looked at was Suarez. Suarez struggled early in the race, and as the run went on, he gained a couple of spots, gained spots on pit road, gained one more for Kyle Busch. That 99 may be the car to beat, honestly. He looked quick in that little stint.
See what happens.
Let's see here. They should be already choosing here soon.
This is the choose. Byron chose top this time, which I think he was on the bottom of the last restart, if I recall. Pretty sure he was on the bottom. I've got to set an alarm for 12:05. I've got a Nerfy starting that I want to keep an eye on, and I remember to set an alarm. All right, a little Nerfy action between the Braves and the Mets coming up at 12:10 p.m. Central Time. All right, fellas, we've got the chose. This pace car is definitely going to be dropping off here this time around, and we're going to go back to green with 34 of the 30. We're going to go back with 34 of the 33 laps done. So it'll be 33, so that'll put it at, let me do that math. So we'll have 87 to go. Again, the fuel window is 85 to 90. We'll go back to green with 87 to go. We'll see. We'll see if this is going to be a long green run or if there's going to be another caution. Another caution, if they can run 40, 50, 60 laps, then okay, if a caution comes, everybody will pit and grab new tires. So it just depends on when this next caution comes, if it comes at all during stage one. But here they go on the restart. Byron with another great restart on the outside line. He's going to jump out to a couple car length lead. Whoever is is leading these restarts on clean air is jumping out to a big advantage.
Look at Chastain. Chastain making it 3 wide. Chastain with a heck of a restart.
Josh Berry in the 48 having a nice little restart.
Chastain about to go.
Oh, Suarez just hit the wall. Oh, 77, 78. Oh, 78 hitting the wall again. Gillian.
Oh. Kyle Busch got lucky. He is lucky not to be involved.
Well, and if he did, it would have been his own fault. You can't start back there with these guys. But Suarez was way above the 77 and the 78, so not sure where he got caught up. Need to see that again.
We got a wreck fest going on here, folks.
Yeah, we're obviously under caution, folks, again, that didn't even finish a lap. Let's see what happened here. Oh, Suarez just got loose. He hit the wall. Nobody hit him. Comes down and hits the inside wall again. He will be not competing for a checker flag anymore. Oh, yeah, nobody hits him. Just gets loose, hits the upside wall, bounces off the and comes down and hits the inside wall.
Harvick got lucky.
Wow. We can't get going here.
That would have been a nasty hit for Suarez.
All right, well. I mean, Todd Dillon and BJ McLeod are the other two cars that were caught up in that. They were never competing for a checkered flag. I mean, let's just be honest. So, really, Suarez running up at the top 10 at that moment. He's really the only one that really factors. He's the only one that factors in that. Wow. Can't get going.
I think it's something to mention. That 77 car hit the hell out that inside wall. I really hope he's all right because that gave me flashbacks to Kurt Busch at Pocono a year ago. Hit the wall at the same speed, same type of angle.
Yeah, he came down.
Dillon's all right.
Yeah, he came down pretty hard on that inside wall for sure.
Yes, I just saw that get up on Twitter. So
especially when you factor in, it looked like he was just gonna like kind of just coast, so to speak, and just hit the wall.
Oh, Kyle Busch does have damage. His hood is buckled up.
Shit.
So he checked up. A car checked up in front of him, and what did he do? He hit the rear end of him. It don't look like he hit it by a lot, but he hit it enough. let's see here though.
God, Busch is killing me today. Had a chance to take this thing wire to wire, and he's just out here just.
Chastain had a heck of a restart. He gained 4 spots, and he's on the top two. The top and the back mid pack was not that good, and he gained a lot of spots. I give it to him. But
Not like
I want to hear more about this Ty Dillon because he hit hard.
I want to hear more about this Busch. All right, we're still at commercial, fellas. Can't get a good green flag run in. Obviously, the first 20 laps was all green. Then the competition caution flew. Then we went back to green. Then the competition flew. There for the Suarez incident. So we'll see.
Let's talk about this upcoming weekend over Kansas. Kansas is coming up this weekend. It's going to be a big week for NASCAR. Right now, the ratings are going to be what they are. It's a Monday race, but this weekend, as always, is going to be a big weekend. But this weekend, they're going toe-to-toe with Formula One. Formula One's in Miami. And last year, during the Miami race, NASCAR kicked ass. They really did. But when they went to Coda at the end of the year, when they were at Homestead in the Cup side of things, it was closer. And NASCAR cannot afford to get passed by Formula One in ratings because the ratings are down for NASCAR right now. If they can hold on tight and beat the Miami Grand Prix, I'm going to be impressed because it's going to be close, but I think NASCAR can do it. So what all y'all need to do is to tell a friend to watch the Cup race next weekend at the Kansas Motor Speedway. So when you get that going, but
Kansas,
yeah,
I think last year Busch won on his birthday weekend, if I recall
yeah,
correctly.
Kurt Busch.
Right, sorry, they classify there.
Kurt
Sorry.
Busch and Bubba Wallace,
And
both
Wallace.
in the 45 car.
And I was going to say, and then Wallace, I believe, won in the fall. Let's see what happened here. We got the restart. Yeah, Suarez just coming out of turn 4 gets way loose. And I don't know how these jokers, McLeod and Dillon, I don't know how they got. At least Dillon ran into the inside wall on his rear. That should protect him a little bit more. It wasn't straight into it. At least it was to the rear. Should help him. I still don't. They did the replay. I still don't see how Dillon and McLeod got caught up in there. I can understand how McLeod did. He's good for a wreck every damn week.
Yeah. Suarez is done for today.
Oh yeah, he's done. You don't hit the inside and the outside wall and recover like that. Dillon will be done for the day. McLeod didn't look like it was too bad. McLeod could still trot out there and at least click off some laps. He's not competing for any damn thing, but he still could click off some laps.
Let's see here. They're talking about the rear chassis. I'm sure this is relating to Ty Dillon in some sort of manner. But yeah.
All right, Busch coming back down to pit road. That hood doesn't look too crumbled. Looks fine.
His splitter is up. That's going to hurt him. They need to fix that. They need to get that going. They're taping it up right now, but they need to get a crew member to get on a pump that's a little heavier and to jump on it. They need to get that pushed down some. Because all that is going to do is cause air to go underneath it, which is going to slow it down ultimately.
He's done.
Look at that. Look at those toe links on the front and rear.
Oh, yeah. He's done. I'm glad Kyle Busch got caught up in that. You know, obviously it really hurts my chance to get a bet, but, you know, you want to speed entering pit road with the things I've talked about, and then this is what happens. You've who was it? Byron or Bowman said it earlier this season that they had the same thing. They had a pit road penalty. They had to fall back on the restart, and they immediately got caught up in a wreck, just like Busch just did. And that's what happens. You can't be starting back there. Too much chaos on restarts.
I think we got to say this though, because Kyle Busch, we saw the nose damage and all that, but I think the broadcast failed to mention it. So we're going to be the ones to make sure y'all hear it. But it looked like his grill was did in a little bit, and the grill that's going to the engine. So if that's did in, it's obviously going to overheat. We got to keep an eye on this 8 car, folks. He may be leaking water throughout the run. He may have to pit. He's definitely out of contention. Has to be.
Oh, he's done, dude. He's done. They're showing the replay again. Looks like Dillon gets loose first. McLeod then just runs into the back of him, and then Busch runs into the back of McLeod. Is that car still on? Oh, he's still on the apron, so this is going to be a little bit lengthy of a caution yet. We don't even have. Oh no, he's behind the wall. Never mind.
Looks like they're.
Looks like that car was still on the apron. Looks like Dylan's was still on the apron. This could be a lengthy one.
They took it back to the garage. It looked like.
Okay. All right, here we go.
It looked like.
All right, here comes the. I'm assuming they're doing the choose rule right now. Yes, we're doing the choose rule right now, so we're one lap away from going back to green. Byron is taking the outside, Hamlin on the inside. We'll start alongside him. So Hamlin, Byron on the front row for this restart. They'll go green with 42 to go. So now you're talking 120 minus 41. Well within inside the pit window, but hell, you've had so many, can't even keep track now. I should have been keeping track of the number of caution laps. We could answer the Fox Bet Super 6 app together. We could help everybody out, but now I've not been kept. I meant to keep a track of that, and I didn't do it very well.
So we can do it. We can do it. We can do it before they're about to restart. But after this restart gets settled in, we can do it. We can fill it out.
Okay.
We got plenty of time.
Well,
we
let
got
me go
44
check it. We've got. Hold on. I wouldn't say plenty of time. Hold on. They are going to lock the contest in 43 minutes. Okay. Definitely got a fair amount, to your point. All right, let's see what happens, guys. They're coming back around to the Geico restart zone. We're about to go green here at Dover. We'll be going green on lap 42 of stage 1. There's 120 laps. Let's go. Let's see if Byron can maintain what we've seen on these restarts. Whoever is out with that clean air is just getting one hell of a restart. See what Byron does here. Brings him to green. We are green.
All right.
Byron. All right. Well, it didn't jump out to a multi-car advantage that we've seen on the first couple of restarts, but he's.
Oh, Hamlin. Look at Chastain. Chastain is figuring something out on his restart.
He's up to 5th.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Chastain.
We talked a lot about Denny Hamlin in the first 20 laps of this race, how well he was going to the front, how good that car looked, and now he's got good track position right now.
You know, up to 8. Nothing really big there. Oh, he cleared Keselowski. He's in 4th place.
Dylan and Suarez, by the way, are officially out. So 2 drivers are out of this race, and Suarez and Dylan. Tie, that is. Chastain up to 4th. Got Byron, Hamlin, Blaney, Chastain, and Truex are your top 5 after this restart.
Uh-oh. They're 3 wide. They don't ever end good here at Dover. Kyle Busch gained a couple positions.
Yeah,
I just think, though, he's patching a bunch of slappies right now.
He's passing Harrison Burton. I mean, yeah, he's passing guys that are in terrible equipment, comparatively
Once
speaking.
he passes like the 5 car, 47 car, I'll be impressed. But right now, he's passing a bunch of slap Ds. A bunch of guys that shouldn't be really racing in this series.
I mean, yeah. I mean, let's see right up above him. You got Jones in front of him. You got Briscoe in front of him. See if he can pass some of these guys.
Briscoe still looks tight. His car may be set up for the long run because if you start off loose, you're just going to get looser. If you start off tight, you're going to get loose, and that may be the perfect point. So Briscoe may have a long run car, and that may be the case for all Stewart Haas cars. The highest one, I'm sure, is Kevin Harvick because Almirola and Priest are just showing up as always, doing nothing. But Harvick, yes, in 13th place. I want to see what he can do because he's in 13th place, not the track position he wants. He may be set up for the long run, and he may gain a couple of spots. Christopher Bell, what happened? Honestly, he's in 12th place.
Well, I think it's all just because of that pit road. I don't think he's been running bad on the track. I think he hasn't recovered from the pit road incident. So I think Bell's fine. Now both RFKs run in the top 10. You got Keselowski and Busch are running 6, 7. RFK does look strong today. They've maintained their top 10. They've started top 10. They've just maintained where they've been. So good showing here by RFK Racing so far.
That was a great weekend and something I remember for a long time. It's at this particular track. Wasn't that your brother Mike's first Xfinity?
All right. Green now for 6, 7 laps. Okay. Keep track of this stuff.
Let's see. Right. I think it'd be a good time to mention like a couple of weeks what we're going to be doing moving forward. You got the Coke 600 in a couple of weeks. We're going to be talking about that. Pick five contest, or not pick five contest. I'm going to be doing that on my channel, obviously, but we're going to be doing the Fox Super Six, giving up our top three, and we may throw in a surprise or two during that video or live stream. So stay tuned for that.
Gibbs is significantly, not significantly, but he's better than Priest, it looks like early. Priest isn't moving through the field, and Gibbs is occasionally jumping a spot. Briscoe's falling out of the top 20.
Yeah, not good.
These bets are not looking good. God damn it! I'm gonna need some help. I'm gonna need somebody to wreck. I'm gonna need Busher to wreck. He's got a top 10 car, without a doubt. Busher's got a top 10 car, so I'm gonna need some full on help with that one. Priest over Gibbs. God damn! I just need something. Just need a good restart or something. Don't need much.
But there again, we're on lap 52 of 400. We're going to see more wrecks. And Dover is typically known for big pileups on restarts, so we may see one. We saw one just a couple of moments ago with three cars, 99, 78, and 77. I got them so out of order, but we saw that happen. It can very well happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Briscoe's down to 27th. Look at Stewart Haas Racing. Stewart Haas Racing's got three cars outside. Priest was in 26th. Briscoe was 27th. Almirola was 30th. I can't find Harvick right now on the screen. Harvick is 13. There we go. Yeah, Almirola's 30. I mean, these guys, Stewart Haas is not good. Not good. I'm not seeing any passing happening right now.
All right. To be honest with you, I thought it was going to be like this in Versa. I think it's going to be hard to pass.
Oh, I agree. I agree. I'm just. Well, Byron can maybe give me one victory today. The other two don't look goddamn good. Come on, Busher.
I believe.
Screw up.
I believe that's going to hurt Suarez big time in the points. Let me see here. Yeah, he was 17th in points heading into today's race. Now he's going to lose probably 18th, 19th. He's going to drop a lot. He's going to probably drop to 20th place. I believe that's a fair number. He's going to drop 3 spots, and those 3 spots are going to be big. So
yeah, he's going to fall. That's for sure. They're talking about Kyle Busch now. He ain't moving. Staying at 25. Once he got around a couple of no names, he's not moving. Done. Can't get around Eric Jones. That's the one I told you.
So
3 cars.
Looks like
Gregson has ruled himself out. So Gregson, Suarez, and Ty Dillon are 3 cars that are
out. Let's see here. Like Wallace is gaining on the 23 car for 20th place. The Stewart Haas cars are just not going. They may have long run pace, but so far Harvick is leading the bunch by a mile. It seems like the 14, 41, and 10 are off the pace tremendously.
Tremendously is well said. They're way back. Not even close.
Let's see here. Yeah, cars are getting spread out. I don't know. We're kind of due for a caution because that's really what's keeping this race interesting. But
yeah. Back to another commercial, by the way, everybody. So not missing anything.
Yeah,
Because hell, I don't even know what's going on. It's commercial break. Couldn't tell you.
yeah. I'm scrolling on Twitter to see if Bob Hawkers posts anything or someone's wrecking someone like that because that's the best way to go about it these days. Is listen to Bob Hawkers. He tells it all. Um,
I think Almirola is a good fade going forward. He's a good fade today. Not seeing anything out of that 10 team, Kyle. So I like that bet. I like that bet. I like it. All right, I'm going to go grab my tablet during this commercial break so I can track this Nerfy. No run the first thing between the Braves and the Mets. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
all right, I carry it on from here. Let's see here. It's still in commercial break. They should be back within any second now. Maybe got one or two more commercials left. So, live leaderboard is going to be first place William Byron, second place Denny Hamlin, third be Ryan Blaney, fourth Ross Chastain. Chastain seems to have a short run car. He's starting to fall off now, lap time wise. Truex, Keselowski, Kyle Larson, Chris Buescher, Josh Berry having a good day up front in the 48 car, filling in for Alex Bowman. He's going to ride that car probably until the All Star race, and he's probably going to stay around that 4018 for the Coke 600 because that's not going to be a race. Alex Bowman's going to want to come back in and race the full from start to finish. That's the worst race of the year to do that, and that's going to be a brutal one for Alex Bowman. But then you got Stenhouse in 10th, Busher in 11th, Elliott, Harvick, Reddick, Cindric, Haley, McDowell, Allmendinger, Logano, and Gibbs completes your top 20. 21st, you got Wallace. Kyle Busch is on the move, but like we said earlier, he's got damage, so expect him to have a little bit of performance issue at the end. He just gained one spot, now he's 21st. Eric Jones in 23rd, LaJoy, Priest, Gilliland, Briscoe, Burton, Almirola, Yaley, Poole, Austin Dillon, teammate of Kyle Busch, riding in the 32nd place. Not a good look for him. He's being outperformed by both Rick Ware Racing cars. That's odd. And maybe a driver issue there. I don't think it's a team issue. It's a driver issue. McLeod, 2 laps down, but you got the 3 cars that are out of the race. Gregson, Suarez, and Ty Dillon.
All right, back from the coverage. There we go. Perfect. Oh, Buscher's fallen down to 8th. That's a little bit of brightness. Obviously nowhere near Briscoe getting around him, but I like that he's going down. Gibbs up to 20th. Shit. Precinct.
I think it's fair to say. I think it's fair to say right now that Kevin Harvick started off this run in the 13th spot. He's fallen down to 14th, and is about to be in the 15th. Just based on lap times from Cindric, he's going to get by the 4 car before too long. And the 4 car is struggling in long run pace. That's concerning for Stewart-Haas Racing. They may have very well missed the setup this weekend. We saw them a couple weeks ago nail it in Martinsville, and this week they just missed it. Simple. Not looking good for Stewart-Haas Racing. If you would have bet against them today, it'd have been really well. But not looking good. We got a colleague battle going on for it's like one of the team positions, heating up. And, I can't believe I'm about to say this. It looks like J.J. Yaley in the 51 car is about to pass Chase Briscoe for a spot on track. I honestly am speechless. You don't see that happen often.
It's not good. Gibbs up to 17th. He is moving through the field. Busch is right behind him at 18th. They're moving through the field together. You've got Busch and Gibbs both moving through the field pretty easily during this green run.
Oh, Gibbs. 16th place, maybe?
Gibbs gets around Cindric. Now he's up to 16th.
Cindric's going to have that run off of 2. They're going to be side-by-side heading into 3.
Busch went around him, too. Busch and Gibbs are just following each other right around this track, and they're both putting people right behind them. Busch is up to 15 spots in this green run, and Gibbs is up 8 spots in this green run. Busch and Gibbs are the biggest movers in this green run. It's not even close.
we're coming on a quarter of the race. We're about 25 laps away from the 1/4 mark of the race. So far, looks like hard to pass.
Mm-hmm.
It's just simple as that. You really can't pass in these cars on these short tracks. They need to do their homework.
Yeah, Hamlin's
Uh,
not cutting down the lead at all on Byron. Byron is maintaining around a second. Larson's jumped up in the top 5. He seems to be moving through the field.
Larry, what about this track taking rubber? Well, I looked at the track before the race, and basically, I want to show you right here. Look at the top shot right there. That was before.
it's going to be very interesting to see if a caution comes out within the next 20 laps on what some teams do. Uh, because it can set up for stage points and it can also set up for next stage
Mm-hmm.
track position. You're going to want that at some point. Say if we had a caution at lap 90, there may be some teams that stay out for track position and may get a couple stage points, while some may pit and be in a good starting spot at the beginning of stage 2. A caution can very well make this very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Here, Dylan's gone a
Oh,
lap. Briscoe's gone a lap down. Dylan's gone a lap down.
this is not good for Chase Briscoe. Not good. Not good. In case any of y'all haven't noticed, I'm a Chase Briscoe fan. I'm just wearing a Mercedes thing. Gosh, he's on a
Bubba,
run lately. 3 top 5s in a row. Now
Bubba
he's in
Wallace
32nd.
is about to go a lap down. Byron's about to lap. It looks like Byron getting around a couple of these cars and putting them down. Hamlin has been able to take advantage of Byron getting slowed up due to lap traffic. That 1 second lead has been cut down dramatically.
2 tenths, about 3 tenths now, but he's getting there. 4 tenths.
Set to see how
This is going to happen.
Hamlin deals with this lap traffic, but it definitely slowed Byron up enough to close the field, tighten it up a little bit. Gibbs has gotten up to 15th. Busch is right behind him in 16th. They're moving. Let's see if they can get around Harvick next. Stewart Haas Racing Team that's been struggling all day. Oh, we got initiative. Larson. What? Who?
Oh my gosh! What a hit! What a hit!
What
2
happened?
hard weeks.
He was running smooth in the top 5. Poole hit him. A car that was getting lapped, had no business. Shouldn't even be that close to Kyle Larson. Going a lap down. Brandon Poole.
Brandon, come on, Brandon, you can't do that.
The
I was
hell's he
speaking up
doing?
highly for you earlier.
We got to see the replay, but you got to get these shit guys off of this track, man. You guys can't be taking out Kyle Larson, running in the top 5.
Now he's trying to drive it. God, almighty, that's terrible.
We need to see the replay. I'm blaming it on Brennan Poole. Here comes the restart, replay. Sorry, not restart. Here comes the replay. Let's see what happened here. Here's Brennan Poole getting passed. Chastain hits him in the back. It's always Chastain causing shit. He sends him up the track, and nothing Kyle Larson can do about that. Chastain causes another issue. Bumps Poole in the back as he's getting passed. It's always Chastain, man. Always Chastain causing problems out here.
Ross, what are you doing?
Just go around him. He's getting lapped by everybody under the sun, and Chastain decides to bump him in the rear. Sends him.
Ross, what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing, man? That's interesting. Let's see here. I was initially going to wear this today. I was afraid, though, it may get some people upset. But, yeah, Chastain.
I got my Chastain shirt on.
That's hilarious.
That knocks out a Chevy for a chance to win the race. Obviously, Kyle Larson was moving up. He was up the top 5 at that, holding on to Chevrolet to win the race, and just got one of the biggest Chevrolets knocked out of this race, unfortunately. And Kyle Larson.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious to me. That happened.
It just everybody is lapping him and putting him a lap down, and you feel the need to run into the back of him as opposed to hitting him.
Yeah, Larson's done for today.
Done.
He may be able to continue on, but he's out of contention for the win.
Right, that's what I meant when I said done.
Besides that front damage, he should be all right. They can cut that off with the saw. Fits the toe link, obviously, but it looks broken. It ain't gonna. Yeah, they're gonna give it an effort. That's all you can do. Give it an effort. And
this is where you just get yourself points. Get as many points. Now your strategy changes from winning the race to let me just get as many points out of this as I can.
Look at that rear end of that 15. That 15 car is messed up, and that's not a very rich team. That team right there is going to take a big hit this week. Uh, uh, to be fair, lap cars are supposed to show respect to the lead lap cars, and Brennan Poole was trying to go side by side of Austin Dillon for a spot, which is respectful, or which is you're supposed to do. It's racing, but I don't know. Chastain,
It's Chastain every week. Every week he's causing something. Somebody at the end of a race is pissed off with Chastain every time. And now it's going to be Larson. There's no need to bump him. Everybody's putting him a lap down. Just go around him like everybody else. Hell, you're top 5. Your car is significantly faster than Poole. Just go around him. All right.
I don't know.
Now you got that run, by the way, was 42. I'm doing the math right. 41 laps. I think cars are going to be coming down because now you can obviously make it to the end. You got 37 to go. You were already tight on fuel, so everybody will come down, get fuel, get tires, and then we'll have.
But you only got 10 sets of tires entering today. Now teams already pitted once. They only got 9 sets left. There's going to be some teams that stay out to save a set of tires for the very end of the race. That's going to be interesting to see here. I believe track position is going to be one thing, but tires are going to be another thing. Because how many sets you're going to get? Because last year I believe it was 12. This year's 10. They cut it down. Let's see here what happens. They're not pitting this time, Bob. I'm sure it's going to be next time.
So Larson pitted, went out, now he re-pitted again? Or what's he doing? Shit. It's going to be a nightmare scenario for my bets. I can't believe Briscoe's been so bad. I mean...
Well, this caution's going to help out Briscoe because obviously the leaders are going to pit. And Briscoe, if he can't hold on 30 laps on the lead lap, he's just bad off. So he's going to stay out here, get the free pass, or the wave round more like, and he's going to be back on the lead lap. So will Austin Dillon, and so will the other lap cars.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Let's see.
Let's see. This is going to be around a 30. It's going to be below 30 laps. 30 lap run at the end, the end of the stage. So I don't know what you do here. You stay out. You save a set of tires. Or everyone pits. You're going to be fried. You're going to be fried on the opening restart. But I don't know. You can save a set of tires. That's going to be big. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see who takes the risk. It'd be ideal if you had more than one car stay out. Let's see. I believe they're pitting this time by.
By the way, folks, we do have this Braves Mets is about a minute or two away from first pitch. I've, of course, given out no run in the first inning. I'll let you guys know how that's going on. Primary focus will be on this NASCAR race. Will remain on this NASCAR race, but we can always chime in, keep everybody up to speed on what's going on. I will, of course, be streaming it here on the tablet, so I know exactly what's happening between Braves and Mets. First pitch should be coming out after this commercial break. We do have cars coming down pit road. Looks like, at least from a leader standpoint, all top 10-ish pitted. We'll see. Byron, of course, pitted from the lead. See if he can win the race off pit road. He has a 9.7 stop. Blaney, which is in the top 5, he had a 10.1. Hamlin's in the pits now. He was right behind Byron. See what Hamlin gets. Byron was at 9.7. Hamlin is going to be higher than him. Whoa. Hamlin at 11.6, so 2 seconds worse. Way worse. Race off pit road is your man Chastain. Chastain moves up into P1. Reddick right behind him in P2. Byron in P3. Blaney in 4th. And Keselowski runs out your top 5.
Look, we were talking baseball just a second ago. I'm telling y'all, all y'all have all these teams. No one knows what pain is until you're a fan of this team right here. These daggone Nationals. Oh my gosh, you talking about pain. But luckily though, yesterday we pulled out one against Pittsburgh. Tough series, tough series. The Pirates have got it going on this year, but yeah, but luckily we pulled one out yesterday.
Pirates are good. That's the truth.
Yeah, that caught me off guard because they're typically one of the worst teams in the major leagues. This year though, they got it going. Let's see if they can keep that consistency up throughout the year. Because I don't believe they can. I believe they'll fall apart. Then we had, it's a big time for sports. You had the draft the other night. Panthers got Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud to the Texans, Anthony Richardson to the Colts, Levis to the Titans, Hendon Hooker to the Lions. I think all them quarterbacks are going to have a start this year, at least once. I believe Hendon Hooker can beat out Jared Goff for a starting spot if it was up for grab. Commercial break.
Got Philly Joe coming in here liking Harvick. Hadn't shown much speed today, short or long run, but I guess we will certainly see what happens. Acuna gets a leadoff single after Pete Alonso couldn't get his fat butt over and catch a foul ball. So that's an unnecessary single there by the leadoff matter. He should have been out, should have fouled off into foul territory. Instead, it's an Acuna leadoff single as we're in a commercial break here at the Dover.
Oh, yes.
Just unnecessary.
Let's see here.
Pete Alonso's got to catch that.
So you're a Mets fan, if I'm right? You'll root for him, right? You don't really care for him too much.
I don't really care for
Don't
any
be a
baseball team, to be quite honest.
So I'll just put this on for the time being. So, all right.
Eagles fly, baby, fly. Eagles fly.
Gotta support them.
The
support the Braves.
Philadelphia Bulldogs is what I hear.
Oh my gosh! Let me tell you about it. They drafted everybody, and then they got DeAndre Swift in a trade from the Lions. That's going to be.
They didn't have enough Bulldogs on their team. They needed another one. Then Matt Olson wants to come up and get us. This Nerfy's done already. Pete Alonso can't get his fat butt over and catch a foul territory ball. It just this day's pissing me off. Pissing me off.
Let's see what he has to say.
He got nothing. Should just say he got rear-ended by Chastain. Nothing to say. Another driver mad at Chastain and going off at him in an interview. Yeah, you've seen that before. See that every week. Somebody ought to send Chastain here.
Kyle Busch stayed out. Okay. He was the taker. He was the taker.
I see that.
All right. He's going to be fried here. He's going to get passed by everybody right here. But he's going to have an extra set of tires. Byron side by side of Chastain in the 3. This is not going to be good. Chastain ain't going to lift one bit. Chastain's going to get the run. No, he doesn't. Byron closes the door. Chastain's going to get another go, but it looks like Keselowski is going to interrupt that one real quick and go for second place. Let's see here. Showing Briscoe. Why they're showing mid-pack? A battle for Briscoe's pitted? Oh my gosh, that's not good.
Don't worry about Briscoe, man. His day's long gone done. He's not even going to factor anywhere near this race. Top 20 is too far from him.
I don't get why they did that. They could at least stayed out. Obviously, you're going to have worn out tires, but if you can't hold on for 29 laps, you're just bad off. Reese, though, moving up. I'll give it to him. He's been riding around in the lower 20 or the higher 20s, around 28, 29 all day. He's up to 19th. He may got something going. Harvick zoomed past the 19.
27 to go here in stage one. 27 to go in stage one.
Kyle Larson has just met minimum speed, so he's good to go for the rest of the race.
Unfortunately, it won't matter, but yes. The internet is getting a workout, to say the least.
Let's see here. Logano getting run at Stenhouse. Stenhouse is starting to fall away right now in this race, but Logano had a terrible start position. He's slowly creeping his way up into the front of the pack. He may be a driver to keep an eye for. So is Ty Gibbs. Had terrible start position.
Braves hit a home run for everybody watching.
Let's see here.
Damn.
Yeah. You got two great friends about to go race each other, Chastain and Hamlin. Let's see here what's going to happen. Hamlin's probably not going to be too particularly happy to race this one car, knowing what the one just did. So this may get spicy. But we're just 5 laps into the restart, and everybody's spread it out by seconds, and it's
this is gonna be another. This is gonna be another shitty race. I mean, when you look back on this and recap it, there's not gonna be anything happening in this race. It's just gonna be another bad race. You can already feel it coming.
on lap 99, 1 lap away from 1/4.
Yeah, quarter of the race is basically done. Is Briscoe laps down yet? Is he multiple laps down?
He's 1 lap down.
1 lap down. Is he the first? Is he gonna get? Is he the lucky dog? Or is he the first lap down? The first car?
I gotta see. Let's see here.
No, Cindric and Gillian, and he's 2 laps down, by the way.
Should have took the wave around. What would be ideal for that 14 team would be a caution right now.
All because
Kyle Busch and
Acuna couldn't get his fat butt over. Pete Alonso couldn't get his fat butt over and catch that foul ball. Could have been a completely different inning. Murphy still hits a home run, so you can say, okay, well, maybe there's no difference because Murphy smashes one out of the ballpark, but could have been a lot different. Hamlin gets around Chastain here. Pretty easy, too, I might add.
Yeah, Hamlin's got a good car. Let's see what he can do with this 24, though.
That's all right. Chastain just wanted to bump him. That was purposely letting him go. So easier to bump somebody if you're behind him than in front of him.
Let's see what lap. Oh, Larson's done. Larson's done for today.
Yeah. Fox side by side. Here we go.
Oh, that 8 just gave the 54 one hell of a push. Or bump, more like. All right. That last lap, Byron was a tenth faster than Hamlin. Chastain is starting to fall off big time now. He was half a second off the leader that last lap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's dropping for sure.
we're not really seeing much action besides that Chastain deal. We got Barry getting past the 16 car, which is kind of mid. It's going for 16th place. Uh,
Nothing happening, dude.
the racing product is terrible, absolutely terrible.
Yeah, there's been nothing going. There's been nothing going on this year. The only excitement has been the cautions. There's
Yeah,
been nobody really passing anybody. I mean, you've had cars move through the field. Okay, Gibbs moved through the field, but I haven't seen anybody worth the while do anything.
this was my only concern, like race for like because we're gonna be in a pretty good stretch before too long. We got Kansas, got Darlington, got the All Star race at North Wilkesboro. That may be a hard track to pass at, but it's so darn short, and nobody's gonna care. It's an expedition race. It's a money race. You're getting paid $1 million to win. They're just gonna go out there and race like they did at the Clash. That's all it's gonna be like. And then you got the Coat 600. That's gonna be good. So we're in a good stretch of races coming up, but this is gonna be the if we can get by this one real good, I think we'll be all right for about a month. But yeah, though, it's going to be a big month for motorsports. You got the Coke 600, which is a big crown jewel race for NASCAR, and you got the Indianapolis 500, the if not the biggest motorsports race of the entire year for the whole world. Then you got the Grand Prix of Monaco, Formula One. A lot of big things coming up for motorsports, but NASCAR, I want to see what they can do in ratings.
Just waiting for the end of stage one so we can throw a caution and get something different. There's nothing happened on these green runs.
I want to see if Ty Gibbs can get to 10th place. I think he's up in 12th place or 11th place. He's getting quicker throughout the run. He's got a long run car. I want to see what this young kid can do. He's in 12th place. He's not too far. He's only about a second behind Tyler Reddick. I think he can make that up. Chastain is dropping like a rock. He's going down to 4th. He's about to go to 5th before too long with Ryan Blaney coming at full steam. Yes, Ty Gibbs. He's about to get to 10th place.
Yeah, he's been one of the better cars all day, by far.
Yeah, the last couple of weeks he's picked up the pace. I believe a win is near. You don't see a rookie win in the Cup Series often, and I believe he can be the one driver that can go do that. Last time we saw it was Cindric, and then before, I like to say it was Chris Buescher when he was driving the 34 car back in the day. But yeah, though. He won that race from fog. We ain't going to have fog here. We're going to have this one go to the checker flag. But yeah, Gibbs up to P11. I'm telling you, Gibbs may be one of the best cars out there right now when it comes to lap times.
I think so. Without looking it up in the app.
Let's see here. Hamlin's coming, but slowly but surely. That last lap, William Byron in clean air ran pretty much the same lap time as Ty Dillon in dirty air. Or Ty Gibbs. I said, why did I say Ty Dillon? That's very far off. Ty Dillon's terrible. Yes, him and the 54 running the same lap times. I think that's a sign. I think that 54. If he can get up front, I think he can go win this thing.
Kyle in the comment section, he's trying to bring some drama to this racetrack because Kyle Larson met minimum speed while he's in the garage. He's just off and not out after he met minimum speed. See what happens if he can get back out there.
He can't go. He can obviously go out there and do that. He can't go do that though. That hurt. For one, that's going to make him a hypocrite and hurt what he said in Bristol. Like he ain't going to really back up what he said in Bristol. He told Priest to be a grown man. You're effing grown, and you shouldn't be doing that stuff. He hated how Priest retaliated. If you guys out there to Chastain, you best believe it's going to be a lot of backlash. So I wouldn't do that, Kyle. I would not. Kyle Larson should not do that.
3 to go here in stage 1. Coming out of turn
All
4.
right.
About to be 2 to go.
Can Kyle Busch stay on this lead lap? If he can, he's going to be rewarded tremendously. But it's looking like he's going to be zoomed by this 24.
Oh, yeah, he was just put down a lap. That's all right as long as he can stay the first one down.
Yeah,
He'll
Briscoe
be
is
he'll
pretty
be the
far up
lucky
the
dog.
road. Briscoe's pretty far up. He ain't going to get to Briscoe in time. So Kyle Busch is going to get the free pass. He's going to be in a good spot. But let's see here.
1 to go in
Yeah,
stage 1.
yeah, Briscoe is just about half a straightaway ahead. Yeah, Kyle Busch got in luck. He saved a set of tires. A big win for that 18. Obviously, they're not going to go out there and win today, but they're going to get some points. And they also got a free set of tires pretty much saved up.
There it is.
Let's see.
Byron captures, I don't know how many stage wins it's been this season, but I don't want to say half a dozen, but damn, feels like 4 or 5. Another stage win for Byron. It's got to be 4 or 5 this year. It's been a lot.
I say this.
6. They actually just said it. It is a half a dozen. 6. I thought it was around a half a dozen. 6.
I believe it should be said. Oh, let me adjust something real quick. But I believe it should be mentioned because the fastest car at the end of that run was running mid-pack. It was a 47 car. He is running 23.66, and that was one of the quicker cars on track. And that's one of the quicker laps of the race. So I'm impressed with Stenhouse. No one really thinks a particular, like when it comes to picking the race winner, they don't think Stenhouse, but he got 1 stage point there. Pretty good lap times. So we'll see how things go there. Looks like Austin Dillon got ahead of Kyle Busch, so Kyle Busch is a loser. So he lost that deal. He's going to be now trapped a lap down for the next restart.
But who got around? Who's going to be the lucky dog?
Austin Dillon got by him.
Austin Dillon. Shit. Kyle Busch did it to himself, speeding on pit road. Shouldn't be in this situation. And they call him a veteran. He's a crappy driver. He'll piss and moan to somebody outside after this race. He'll try and blame it on somebody else when it's his own damn fault. Bringing the cars down pit road, just speeding on entry. I hate him. That's well documented, though. Nothing to do about that statement.
I don't think Kyle Busch was competitive today, but Austin Dillon, what's happening to him? I know his grandfather owns the team, and but at some point he's going to have to say, look, Austin, you're not getting the results that we're looking for. Kyle Busch is going out there and contending for wins week in and week out, where you're contending every blue moon. We're going to have to make a change because he got good drivers in Xfinity right now for RCR. You got Sheldon Creed. I believe he's a couple of years away from a cup ride. He's not ready yet. Austin Hill, I believe, your points leader in Xfinity, I believe he's knocking on the door for a cup ride. I believe he'd be the right guy to go up to the Cup Series and drive. I don't think they'll let him drive the 3. I believe they'll let Kyle Busch drive the 3 before anyone else. But, yeah, Austin Hill, I would put him ahead of Austin Dillon easily.
All right, back from commercial here. Cars will be coming down pit road during this segment here. Let's see what happens. Byron will, of course, lead them down pit road. Rusty.
Let's see. Back on another commercial break.
Oh, did they just take a break? My ear must be a little bit ahead of me. Not for me. I cut to Larry Mack talking.
Out of a scale of a 10, for the viewers out there, what will y'all give this first stage? Put it in the comment section below.
A 3.
You say 3?
I mean, the coverage got lucky that Kyle Busch was caught up in the first real caution. If that's just McLeod and Ty Dillon, who cares? Nobody's going to be talking about it. But the fact that Busch had to get his ass caught up in there makes it a bigger deal than what it was. Otherwise, ain't nobody really passing. There are cars that have the right setup and are able to move through it, but large in part, you're not moving. I mean, RFK, they've not moved out of the top 10. They've just sat there. They've not moved up or down. Bell's remained in the top 10. Blaney's remained in the top 10. Byron and Hamlin have remained in the top 10. Nobody's able to crack the top 10 unless you generally started in the top 10. Gibbs is obviously probably one of the better movers of all day. All right, they're coming down pit road. Let's see who can not have an issue, and let's see who can win the race off pit road.
Tiny change here, just wants to be a little bit tighter. They're going to make another air pressure adjustment for him. 4 tires as well. William Byron, the 24, just won his 6th stage of the season. Center is pretty good. Wants a little more air pressure in the right rear. 4 tires for him too.
Another good stop for Byron at 9.4.
Overall, he felt like he could run up high better that run, so he liked that part about it. No changes for his car, and the 6 of Brad Keselowski said to go faster. I need everything. I need front rear. I need rear.
I need everything.
it all. The harder he
Love when a
drives
driver
that car,
says
the
that.
easier it
I need it all. Nothing's working. Nothing.
Not a slow start
Can't.
for Dave.
Oh, who's loose that wheel?
There's 2 things going on.
Oh, they got lucky that wheel didn't go out on pit road, but they should still get penalized for that, even though they got lucky.
They are having trouble on pit road today.
What kind of luck is that?
5 last. The tire get loose down here. Oh, right in front of Brad.
Oh, Brad Keselowski should get penalized for that wheel.
His own tire.
His own tire. Brad Keselowski should get penalized for that.
What are you doing? Holy crap!
That's where it's supposed to go.
A pit man.
You see it.
Oh, it bounces off the wall and rolls back right in front of his car, so then when he pulls out, he knocks the car. That's got to be a penalty on Brad Keselowski. Equipment interference.
Unusual situation. Today it's uncontrolled.
That's equipment uncontrolled on pit road.
22, 22, 9, 48, 43 to the rear. To the rear.
Wait, hold on. What?
43.
We got the 47, the 22, the 9, the 7. All them cars are going to the rear for speeding. We got a hefty amount of cars speeding just then.
All right, hold on.
That's going to change the whole complexity.
Take them high, spotters. Take them high.
Nothing on the 6, though, for that uncontrolled tire? You got to be kidding me. I'm waiting on some tweets myself.
Slowly roll on, so I get everybody by before I bring you down the turn in.
I'm just going to play the NASCAR official radio right here.
I can hear it. You could, whatever you're playing, it's loud enough. I could hear it.
That's the NASCAR official.
Back up, man. You'll be making a left out in. Everything's in front of you right now. Just got one coming off of pit road, but he'll go above you.
What'd they say about the one car on pit road?
They just got one car on pit road. And probably a lapper.
Oh, just got one car on pit road. Okay, I heard one car, and I thought it was the one team.
But we got plenty of cars being a lap down. Or speeding. Oh my gosh, I said that.
I'm waiting on somebody from Twitter to tweet that just so I can rifle it off. It doesn't look good. And there were a lot of runs scored in that first inning, by the way, of Mets Braves. Not good. Both teams scored in the first inning. Still no updated tweets. Just bear with us here. Trying to figure out here.
The Busch guy, cold and smooth survival skills. If you're the founder of Black Bear, do not run. It may stimulate the instinct.
Still no updates here from Twitter from the major guys that I'm sure we all follow on Twitter. So those penalties have not been confirmed. We'll look to seek them. They're obviously in a commercial break. They'll come out, they'll choose their restart lane, and then we'll go green once we come back from commercial. Brutal luck there for Keselowski. Man. Pit crew coming around the front of the tire just dropped it like they always do, and just unfortunate. It smacks the wall and rolls right back in front of his car, and he obviously then hits it pulling away, and that's how you get an uncontrolled tire. All right, here we go. Back from commercial break. They're kind of doing a stage 1 recap of talking about all the wrecks and all the crap that happened. So we'll just see what happens. That's a big hit by Suarez. That was a big hit. I still can't believe Chastain did that to Brennan Poole, and I mean, and then here's Dillon getting around Kyle Busch so he can be the lucky dog. RCR battling it out for the lucky dog spot, and Austin claims it at the line. Oh, there you go. Denny Hamlin had a mishap on pit road. The Jack guy got tripped on the air hose. So that costed Denny Hamlin a second or two as he comes out and has to restart in 8th. Byron chooses the high line. Blaney's coming along on the bottom. So it'll be Blaney and Byron on the front row. Chastain and Bell behind him. Harvick, Buescher, Gibbs, Hamlin. Gibbs up to 8th. Logano, Barry, Elliott, LaJoy, Jones, Stenhouse, Allmendinger, Reddick is your first 8 rows on this restart. They're coming around, coming back to this, and we'll be green. I think you muted yourself, William. I think you muted yourself.
Oh, there we go. But a moment ago when we were listening to the NASCAR official radio, we heard the 48, 9, 7, and 47 and 43 and so on, many more cars. It sounded like he said to the rear, to be honest with you, but we heard a static. So it may have been the order, which it looks like it was ultimately, but the bad static on the radio caused it to be very bad. So if I can get caught off guard on that, I'm sure everyone else can, and very well the teams probably could. That'd be a bad deal for the team saying, hey, we got a penalty. We got to go to the rear. Oh, I just heard it wrong. Never mind. We can't do that. That's not. Caught me off guard. I'm sorry that one, folks.
We looks like Keselowski was the only one with a penalty for the uncontrolled tire, so everybody else is fine.
Chastain does.
We're back green at Dover, fellas. Byron does his normal. It doesn't matter who it's been, whether it's been him or Busch at the beginning of the race. Whoever controls the race on the restarts is jumping out to a good advantage on the restart. So this time it's Byron again with Blaney behind him and Chastain in P3, Bell in 4th, and Hamlin rounding out your top 5. You're already getting some gaps in the field. Let's see. Gibbs is 8. Yeah, Priest ain't going to beat him. That's a losing bet. And Briscoe's obviously not beating Buescher. Shit. Unless there's an issue. Obviously, these guys can get caught up in something. So it ain't over until it's over. But the fat lady is definitely warming up. I'll tell you that. She's stretching out her vocals for sure.
Yeah, she's getting ready to sing.
Yeah.
We got side-by-side action with the 9 and 22. 22 hasn't been a player all day. He started from the back of the field pretty much, up to 9th. He's quick.
All right, yeah. Just Keselowski there, folks, was the only one with the penalty. We're green in the early stages here, or the early laps here of stage 2. This one bumps up to 130 laps. Doesn't change anything from the fuel window. Fuel window is still 85 to 90 laps, even though it's 10 laps longer. Changes nothing. That means the last run will be 170. Yeah, that means, 150. 150 for the last stage then.
Yeah.
So that doesn't change anything from the fuel window either. Did somebody drive up there and put that number 17 in the wall? Somebody do me actually, can the 54 and the 17 are right behind each other. Can the 54 hit the 17 and he goes loose and they all just fall up the wall and smack the shit out of each other? That may be one of those wet the bed scenarios. You dream about one of them. You can't dream. You can't get a better dream than that.
Well, right here they're showing Josh Berry saying he's going to be in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So you telling me Alex Bowman is going to come back from his little fractured vertebrae injury and racing the Coke 600? No shot. No shot. I'm betting a lot of money
Man, they're
against that.
showing the Bowman incident. I hadn't seen that. I heard it was dirt track racing midweek, but holy hell!
It's that car at the bottom, the 55 Ally.
Right. Wow. That thing did some rolls, tumbling down the track. Wow, that's scary. Briscoe, 1 lap down, 29th. Kyle Larson, 29 laps down. Back out there running. Priest up to 18th. There you go, Priest. You found a little bit of adjustments there that seem to have paid off a little bit. See if he can keep moving through the field, but seeing him in the top 20, that's a welcoming sight. He's been mid-20s the whole race. I'm seeing no changes with the top 5, if you're wondering, by the way. Byron, Blaney, Chastain, Bell, Hamlin, and the seconds that the broadcast crew is telling you that they're behind each other isn't fluctuating really to anything worth speaking of. So top 5 is the top 5 with no real movement within the top 5.
You want to do a deal where we can turn it on all scanner radio for a little while, let the fans hear some radio action? You want to do that? You good with that?
I can crank it up or I will do it when Fox does crank it up, which I didn't do it during stage 1. What the hell? When they go crank it up, I'll turn the volume up and we can be quiet during that too.
We got some radio we can play right here. They're talking right now.
That's
right here.
Move up a four-way the first half of the corner, and then they can go under them, exit. Line. Going bottom. Split you in the bottom. Hey folks, I'll get 2/3 lower point on exit. You're hit by 2 and then 10. So halfback 2. Inline. Now inside.
whatever you're listening to, it must be guys in the back of the field because I heard 2 and 10 and Cindric and Almirola are way back.
Yeah, it's all the scanners showing it. It's really showing anyone talking. Let's see.
The better lap in the next 4. Lap in the next 4. Go by about 4 out the back.
We got Kevin Harvick up in the 6th place. I wonder what they're saying on their radio because obviously the car must be handling a lot better than it was at the start. You got Chastain up there as always.
I don't know if there's been any changes in the top 10 on this whole run.
Not really.
I don't think there's been one different car crack the top 10 this whole run. And I don't think they've fluctuated within the top 10. Nothing happened in this
Got
one.
a commercial break.
Commercial break. Let me mute TV. Perfect.
Way behind you. 15 back to 17 now. Come on, but damage will stay bottom. We'll clear my 3 out back. Racing him. Roll bottom lane right here. Inside. Any board's going to be with him. Still inside. No, they're behind him. We're about 15 back to the 9 now. 2. Clear. All clear. Car length, or are you thinking more than that? Yeah, I mean, if you do car length, I think you only really need to once they crash traffic. This is track time to run off the corner better. The only thing I see in one, if he backs up a car length, I feel like he could be right on that smoke. So, okay. This kid's going to run on exercise up a 2. So clear by 1. Staying bottom. Inside. Barely. Inside. Got tight. You're clear. Okay, that's 20 on tires. Back your marks right here. Barely. He's there. He's there. Here's 2 back behind. 1 back behind. Half. 1 to the cross. And line tight. Climbing. Outside. Outside to 7. By himself by 3. Outside. 3 back. 40. More to run. 2 back. 1. Inside by himself. 7 back behind him. He's on the top. 20.20 is on his top. He's got a lot of stuff in there. So just let him run. So about 2 back coming inside. We're about 3 back to 7. Inside. 2 more back off in. Quarter. Bumper. Bumper. Clear. Clear. 1 to the bottom. Half to the bottom. Still clear. Got around the 21 on the top back. 15 goes here right now. Go. Doing that. Get back to 16. 1 back. Gonna come inside.
Back from commercial break.
Mm-hmm. Mine. You must be a couple seconds. Mine. I could tell it's coming back.
I don't know if some of y'all heard it, but they mentioned a bump in 1 and 2. At most racetracks besides, say, New Hampshire, I believe this is the only one. It's a flat track, but they all have tunnels. And the tunnels are meant for people that are going in and out the garage to go out. So, like, if you're a crew member for a cup team on a Saturday and there's an Xfinity race going on, you're able to leave going through that tunnel. So there's a tunnel that was added on, and it's causing a bump. We had that bump last week at Talladega, which caused actually a big wreck in the 3 and 4 last week. And yeah, every track has one, and it's always a bump. It's not the smoothest surface. It's not ideal, but they got it. They got to have it.
All right, we're 36 laps here in the stage 2, and again, as we mentioned
Yeah,
before that commercial break, there's been no real changes in the top 10. The top 10 is actually spread out.
Yeah, I would
fairly
say
good. They're spread out pretty good.
maybe we're getting set up here for a long run. I believe we'll be able to see who's the real contenders here.
You're definitely getting a long run. I bank on that. I bet this will definitely have the green flag pit stop. This whole stage could be green. Feels like it. They're settling in. There's too much space. I mean, unless one single guy obviously spins, but I don't think you'll be getting a Ross Chastain kind of incident in this stage.
No.
Everything seems to be kind of.
Oh, definitely not.
I mean, maybe. Well, sorry, Ross Chastain is out on the track. Maybe Ross Chastain can duplicate his Ross Chastain incident.
Yeah, if it is that, I don't know. Some of the things he does is just mind-blowing, but it makes it interesting, though. I give it to him. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't really have much to talk about besides some of the race winners and stuff like that. So I give it to him. He keeps it something to talk about at all times. Even though we may not like him, but I think he keeps it interesting.
Blaney's led 127 of the 158 laps so far here at Dover. They're focusing on Gibbs right now here in the broadcast. Rightfully so. He's probably been the biggest mover today. He started in mid-20s. He's up to P8 right now. He's kind of leveled off, it looks like. I'm not saying that he's the 8th best car on the track, but once he got to 8th, he's not really made a move since. He's running along cars that seem to be equally as fast as him and just maintaining his status.
I'll tell you what, though. In the last 4 to 5 laps, this 12 car of Ryan Blaney has put a dent into William Byron's lead. He was down about a second, 1.2 seconds behind. Now he's got it down to 8/10. Now
Well,
it's 7. He's coming. He is coming quick.
let's see when we get a wide shot. Maybe Byron is catching up to lap traffic, and that's slowing him up. If not, and it's just Blaney getting stronger here on the long run, then okay. But let's see if maybe it could be lap traffic playing a role into that.
Let's see
Yeah,
here.
yeah, they're all passing B.J. McLeod right now. Hamlin just went
William
around him,
Byron
Bell,
on
so
board,
they're
he's
catching
on
lap
pass.
traffic.
William Byron's only having one lap car in front of him, and it looks like it's the 3 car of Austin Dillon, and he's easily passed him. So,
Well,
yeah,
it was
Blaney's
B.J.
just
McLeod before that. I don't think Blaney's all of a sudden catching Byron. I think it's lap traffic.
it's just one car between them. It was Austin Dillon in the 3.
Well, there was a 78 before that, though.
Yeah, the 78, he just zoomed past him. The
Well,
12 car. All right, now it's a little separated. It was down to 3/10, now it's down to 6/10. But it's a clear track between the two. There's no one in between. There's really no one. It's probably about another lap or two in front of Byron. I'm watching one of his onboard cameras here. Let me show that for a split second. But he's coming at it quickly. They're running the same line, so when Blaney gets there, he's going to be in a world of shock because he ain't testing nothing out. He ain't preparing himself for a move. He's gonna have to do it on the fly. And then ain't talking about a fly. You got one flying around the track every lap, and it's Ross Chastain. And he's coming pretty quick. So, and I don't know if you saw that, but in front of the leaders, it's about to get hectic, and the 5's back out there.
yeah, he's been out there. Yeah, he's been out. They're catching more. They're catching all the cars. I mean,
They're
McLeod,
catching a big
Dillon,
pack.
Busch, Larson. They're catching everybody who's hanging in the back.
I'm telling you, folks, Harvick is a quick car right now. He's having a hard time getting past his 20, but the way he's been able to keep close with him, and now he's finally passed him, it just shows you how good this 4 car. I said could, I meant good in the long run. This 4 car's got it going.
I'd say the long run is probably his strength this season. The long runs have been treating him really well. All right, they're going to another commercial. Nothing happening in stage 2. Nothing. Not many people moving. Wherever you sat when they went to restart, you ain't really gained or lost a whole hell of a lot. And that's throughout the whole field. Everybody's just kind of running status quo right now.
All right, so we got a couple of viewers. So if you're viewing this, first one to comment a driver, we'll listen to the radio during this commercial break. So get your picks down below. The first one I see, we'll listen to. Let's see here.
Harvick, 20-1. He might win today, says Philly Joe. Love it. He might win. Harvick should never be 20-1. He's always the top 10 car, usually flirting with top 5. Harvick should never be 20-1. I mean, just flat out.
Like, we always talk about in sports, an athlete going out on top. Like, we usually see that like in the NFL and stuff like that. But in motorsports, it's hard to see him go out on top. But I believe Kevin Harvick is so good right now that he can very well go out on top as a champion. Like, I think he can do it. I don't see nothing that is stopping him.
Let's get the 6 radio, by the way.
The 6 radio? All righty.
Let's get the 6 radio during this timeout or commercial, whatever.
He is not saying nothing, but we got it playing.
Okay. Sounds good.
If he says anything, we'll just let it go.
Yeah, I think it's fine to hear dead air. I'm wondering when Busch is going to take out, or Gibbs is going to take out Busher. I'm still waiting for that drama to happen today.
07 chasing a 23 and a 14. That's a good lap, man. Keep digging.
All right. Crew chief is happy about that lap.
The top 5 lap time still.
Top 5 lap times for Brad Keselowski.
He's been strong. I mean, he sat in that top 5 all day. That's just because of the uncontrolled tire.
That's really good.
I mean, he's up to 18th.
If I'm not mistaken, he said at 87. He's running a
There you go, buddy. Nice work.
23:87. That's really good lap times for a mid-pack car.
Yeah, I agree, and it's showing how he's moving. I mean, but then you want to sit. Then somebody may want to drop in a comment like, "I thought you said nothing was happening." Well, this is a guy that shouldn't be where he is. It was because of a penalty. He should have never been in this position. So he's just passing guys that he's faster than, but it's just a product of where he is. All right, we're back from commercial. Some volume again. They're talking
95, taking the 15. Good job, buddy.
I think it's interesting. I don't know if you pay attention to it, but it showed the Coca-Cola racing family drivers. But last time I checked, Coca-Cola does not own Mountain Dew, and there's a Mountain Dew logo on Chase Elliott's fire suit. I thought that was interesting.
Keep hitting your mark.
That is correct. Mountain Dew's a Pepsi product.
Yeah, so I don't know what they're trying to do over there at Hendrick Motorsports. But Ty Gibbs got past the 20 car, and so did the 17 car, Chris Buescher. The 20 car is falling off, folks. He's a short-run car. Buescher having a hell of a day. I know you don't like to hear that, but Buescher's doing really good. Chastain got by
P2. He went around Blaney pretty easily. So Chevy's running 1-2 with Byron and Chastain holding down the top 2 spots. See if Chastain can give it a run here and go chase Byron. We went around Blaney easily. It looked like he was being held up, though, by Almirola. Blaney does not change his line. And Chastain drops down to the bottom. I don't know what the hell Blaney's doing there. He's purposely running behind Almirola there.
That's just a kind of a miscommunication that happens at a track like this. They talk about a light switch. The same thing has happened to Christopher Bell. He is now.
This 20 is not looking good right now. He's ready. He's so ready for this pit stop to happen, which is going to happen here fairly soon. They're going to probably pit in about another 20 to 30 laps, but I don't know.
Definitely
Everybody's going to want to play out.
Remember, the fuel window, folks, is 85 to 90 laps. They are 61 laps into this run.
Yeah, but will the tires last that long?
I mean, look, once one car pits, they're all going to pit because then it's only one stop this stage. So if somebody decides, well, I'm going to grab my tires 10 laps earlier on lap 70, go ahead and grab them on lap 70, and then you'll run them for 50. So if somebody wants to come down here soon, it's to your benefit because everybody's going to come. Obviously, then you'd be screwed if a caution game. But if somebody wants to come, it's worth taking the gamble. If somebody wants to come, try and come 10 or so laps early and grab these tires.
We got one taker, it looked like a 78 car, which is irrelevant, so we don't really take that into account.
I want to know, that's the big strategy right now, is who can grab those tires earlier and how many laps can you run on those new tires before the other cars decide to come down the pit road.
I'll say this.
I'd say
you don't want to pit in the middle. You want to pit in the very beginning of a stint or the very end? Uh-oh.
What's going on?
Not the 5 and 1 are about to side each other for a second.
Nah, Larson's got no speed. Everybody's going around Larson so easily. His car is too damaged. He ain't doing it. He couldn't bump Chastain because he couldn't get near him if he wanted to. Everybody's faster than Larson out there.
I'm going to say one driver to keep an eye on here for this little pit stint that's coming up. What is Brad Keselowski going to do? He had it start at the tail end of the field for that uncontrolled tire. He's up in the 17th place, which is not that bad, to be honest with you. He's running quick lap times. If he pits early, he's going to have the benefit, but if he waits later and lets them burn their equipment up and lap more cars, he may be in a good spot. So Keselowski is going to be the driver to keep an eye out for. I believe he's obviously a race winning contender, so we'll see what he can do. I believe he's probably the only. Yeah,
I'm looking for lap 75 for somebody to come down early. about 10 to 15 laps early. I'm looking for around that 75 lap here. In the next 10 laps, somebody's going to make the gamble and try and grab the tires early. Somebody's going to do it.
Here.
And once one does it, I think it's going to set off a chain reaction. And then that next lap, I think, okay, you know, the other guys will do it. So who can go first? Maybe. Oh, Bell just pitted. There you go. Bell did. He knew his car was falling off. He needed it. I would pit right now too. Logano pitted. Bell and Logano, two cars that were admittedly struggling. Bell was falling into the bottom half of the top 10, and Logano's been hanging around 20th all day. So go ahead and make the adjustments. You're within the fuel window.
Let's see what the tire degradation looks like, though, because I bet you it's probably high.
Who else is coming?
Bell
All right,
lost.
Let's see what Bell does. I usually like Bell's team for adjustments. I usually think Bell's usually they're usually on it. I'm going to see what his times do. He's coming back on the track at lap 70.
Chastain going for the lead. They're showing Briscoe right here. What do you do? Oh, Briscoe in the wall hard.
Briscoe into the wall. I mean, he just can't do it today.
Look at that tire. Oh, my gosh. That thing
Elliott
is worn
coming
out.
down the pit road. He was a top 10 car when he pitted, folks. You're seeing cars come down. I love the strategy here by Elliott. You're running top 10. You're not making any headway. Come on down. Grab those fresh tires. Try and get 5, 10 extra laps on these tires. Although if Elliott came, I bet his teammate Byron's going to come real soon. I don't think Byron's going to take it to the end of the fuel window. I'm expecting them to come. I said lap 75. It looks like it's happening around 70. So I was about 5 laps. Oh, here they come. Harvick, Buescher, Gibbs, Reddick. They're all coming down now. They're not going to let Elliott. They're not going to let some of these guys get 5-ish extra laps on these tires. They all came down. Not Byron, but I mean a lot of them did.
We're getting there to the point where we're going to see some people stay out for the long run, or a lot longer, and hope for a caution. I believe this 24 is going to come in before too long. Let's put it on the. Let's see what the 24 fits. Let's see here.
Still clear. Trying to get there. Still trying to get there clear. Half off. This time, William. This time. Half to the one.
The 24 is pitting this next time by.
Yeah, I heard that on the radio.
Outside one. Outside.
Chastain's going to wreck him before he can get to pit road.
3, 2, 1. One rest.
Byron's in the pits.
Not on the TV broadcast, but I hear you.
Yeah, it's satellite deal. I don't know why. I think the TV is like 20 behind. And this is like 10 behind, or 10 or ahead.
All right. Now he's in the pits. Really, the only one that has not pitted is Chastain, Blaney, and Barry are the only top 10 cars that have not pitted. Everybody else has pitted. You got guys like Keselowski staying out. That's, strategy. A guy like Keselowski's got to.
Keselowski will be big.
Guys like Keselowski got to take this damn near to the end of the window.
McDowell, did he get a penalty just then? Oh no, he looked very close to hitting that little orange box, the commitment line. I don't think he hit it, but he got damn near close to hitting that. The 34.
Chastain and Blaney pit, Truex pit. Really, you're just looking at Keselowski is the only one that's gonna hope for a caution. Ryan Preece comes down pit road. Everybody will have 60 laps in this run, so that's definitely the only pit stop's going to happen in stage 2.
This advantage is definitely going to go to the 1, and 24 is he's coming around.
All right, they've cycled out, and Chastain, I'm pretty damn sure is going to maintain his lead over the 24.
Keselowski needs a caution. Needs one.
Yeah, he's the race leader on the screen, but of course he hasn't pitted. If you're talking about cars that have pitted, who's leading? Chastain is ahead of Byron. So Kozlowski is your on-track leader, but your virtual leader is Chastain.
I think the big winner just then was Kevin Harvick. He got by the 11 car. The 11 car was in third.
Allmendinger pit. So you just got Dillon and Kozlowski. Dillon and Kozlowski are the only two that haven't pitted yet.
They got to lap 80, 87, 88.
Yeah, you can go a
I need to
little
let
quick.
one right.
Yeah, they can go about 8 or so more. That's right. Eight or so more. That's right.
Because right now, if you're staying out there, if you're Dillon or Kozlowski, you're committed. You got to keep on going. Because if you stop now, you're going to be toasted.
There's no point in pitting now. You're taking it till the fuel gauge is, basically on E. There's no reason to pit now. Once you're in this strategy, you're in it. You're in it till the window, till your full window. You don't go early. If the fuel window is 85 to 90, you go to lap 89, and then you pit.
I don't get
Kozlowski pits now. He's not going to go until the end. He had more laps. He's going to go ahead and pit now.
Let's see what lap times he was running though. He was running a 24.4. Yeah, the car he was just running a little over a second slower than Chastain. You couldn't have. I don't know if you could have let that happen much longer.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, though, he was losing all that time.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be the quickest car on track. Easily. And he's also got a good pit selection, too. To mention also.
See where he's
going to
out here.
Please stay on the lead lap. Oscar, we need you on the lead lap. I think he's going to stay on the lead lap. No, he's got cold tires. Cold tires against worn tires. His 6 car. It's going to be interesting here. And they're just going to cut off.
Yeah, good old Fox cutting off. Good old Fox.
Yeah,
Can't
cutting
get side
off.
by side, or we're going to go to a commercial. Not saying the only drama in that stage, but yeah, would have been. It looked like the one was getting around the 6 there though, and just before they cut.
Is Briscoe in the garage?
Is Briscoe in the garage? Yeah, probably should be. He's had a shitty day.
He's
Can't do a damn thing right.
He's 12 laps down.
Yeah, he should be in the garage. That's where he belongs.
I think he is. He's 12 laps down.
He ain't done a damn thing. Where is Priest? Obviously nowhere near Gibbs, but where is he? Priest is 22 and he's 2 laps down. Shit.
So apparently during the broadcast, Clint Boyer, who's a great friend with Kevin Harvick, a phenomenal friend with Tony Stewart, said Josh Berry is a lead candidate to replace a popular Cup driver with a super team. Obviously, that's Stewart Haas racing. It's not rocket science. Clint Boyer's dropping bombs. So did Larry Mack on Sirius XM. That's going to be some news that is going to be out there before too long. Josh Berry to the 4 car. So keep an eye on that one. All right. I don't know how well we can see this, but there's too much of a glare. Let me cut the glare off. So, let me do it like this. Because this is big. It is tire fall off for the 6 car, and it may have been the reason why they pitted so early. To be honest with you. Let's see here. Edit. So let's do red. So we're seeing right here. Oh my gosh! You see, I don't know if y'all can see that. It's like a little. It's like a little black dot where that circle is. I'm gonna point an arrow to it. Like right there, where that was getting ready to fall off. That's why the 6 car pitted. Like he ran over something really sharp right there, and it was a flat spot nearby the area. But Keselowski did not have much longer at all. I know it's a very glare, but that's the why that 6 car pitted. And so now we know. Now we can't really critique him. Briscoe's still out there just saw him, but
back in commercial. Sweet.
Pit stops, Ross Chastain, William Byron, Brian Blaney holding station. Denny Hamlin dropped a couple of spots in the pit stop exchange. So did Chris Buescher.
Well, now
race, nobody could pass Byron. Now we can see if Byron can pass Chastain. And why was that? It was because of the pit crew. You see right there.
There's the difference that Clint talked about, where the
Second
stop
faster.
was almost a second faster for Ross Chastain. Jamie?
And I just double checked with both teams. Ross Chastain, no changes there. The 24, William Byron.
They have caught up to all the lap traffic, has these leaders. So let's see if this helps or hurts anybody. But Byron
biggest loser-
Chastain.
The biggest loser out of that whole pit stint was Stenhouse. Had to be. The biggest winner, though, was Reddick. Reddick gained a ton of spots. And so was Elliott. Chase Elliott gained a lot, too.
Austin Dillon.
There he is. Look at the outside. Byron run him down. Caught him as he was giving the inside Logano. Couldn't capitalize though.
Now, Joe Logano, remember he dropped like a rock. Corded a right front tire. And Christopher Bell, who also lost a whole lot of positions all at once, corded a right rear tire.
And they felt that. They said, hey, this thing is going off the rails fast. And if it wasn't just one car,
Oh, we got a good one tonight. Giants and Astros.
for them, it saved them, but it also brought the rest of them down pit road.
See the tire cord right there starting to come apart.
Wow.
Look at that.
Oh, look, wow.
When we say that this thing really took off and fell off the cliff on lap times, that is exactly why. Saw that exact same thing in Logano on Saturday. He was the first car that corded it right front. There it is again.
Well, that was after 10 laps of practice on Saturday.
Something just really isn't working on that 22 car today, or this weekend.
Austin Cindric, 2 down for Team Penske, while Ryan Blaney wins in third.
Always told those engines.
We got a teammate battle.
Come up with these setups.
Logano must have had a penalty of some sort.
Sim, I'm like, buddy, that baby's got a virus this week. I don't know.
Because he's no longer in the top 20.
Control alt delete, start over.
Yeah, rebooted, huh? It's not giving a
Well, they've been talking about his tire wear issues. It just I don't think he's had a penalty. He just doesn't have it.
A couple of Penske cars, a two-car of Austin Cindric.
I tell you what's impressive. If Keselowski not had that little tire issue, Austin Dillon's still out there. Austin Dillon now just pitted. He probably went about another 15 laps. So we were kind of off in our calculations. Keselowski could have been out for a lot longer if he did not have that little issue. I think if Keselowski can stay on the lead lap, which is going to be a big task, he's going to be in a good spot, but I don't think it's going to happen. He's probably about a second ahead of the leader. We need a caution. We need a caution to spice it up.
6 here. Brad Keselowski got Roger Benske's last Dover win.
NASCAR orders those up, but not for stage 3.
2012. Jamie.
And I talked to Ryan Blaney's crew chief about that very topic, about the struggles for Penske here. Jonathan Hassler told me, he said, we have gone to work on this racetrack. We have thrown every resource we have. We spent more time on this track than any other track for this year. We must be better. Now he's better than
I'll be right back. I'm going to go use the restroom.
Yeah, I'm not too far away from doing that myself. Been feeling it myself.
struggle with keeping turn in it. But Ryan's been able to hang on to it.
We haven't had one crank it up segment yet on Fox. Like, what are we doing here? I'm waiting to shut my mouth and crank this volume up and get to crank it up. What are we waiting on?
We were way off before, but at least we got one car rocking and rolling right now. It's getting us back in the ballpark and making our calculations easier.
And look, just in front of your leaders, you got Brad Keselowski. That mistake on pit road, that uncontrolled tire, now we're in the brink of going a lot down. Complete change of events off a costly mistake on pit road, Rusty. You keep talking about it. These mistakes are the difference between winning and losing these races these days.
The other thing that's changed here is the weather. We're under full cloud cover right now, but there's more blue sky on the way. We're going to get some sunshine, and of course that will play havoc with team plans as we go forward. We're just a little past halfway in the Wurth 400 at Dover. Ross Chastain and William Byron up front.
Can we get it crank it up? No, we get a commercial. All right, I'm going to use the bathroom. We just entered a commercial. You, of course, missed nothing.
We're gonna we're gonna do since it's been a while, we're gonna do a little bit of a going through the field. First place, we got Ross Chastain in the 1 car. Second place, William Byron. Third place, Ryan Blaney. Fourth place, Kevin Harvick. Fifth place, Denny Hamlin. Sixth place, Chris Buescher. Seventh place, Chase Elliott. Eighth place, Ty Gibbs. Ninth place, Tyler Reddick, the biggest winner of that last pit cycle. 10th place, Martin Truex Jr. And a long way behind him, about 6 seconds off behind him, is Bubba Wallace. I don't think he's going to be a threat to Truex for the stage for that final point. Christopher Bell in 12th. Corey LaJoy, had a little stint the last couple of weeks, is now having a little good run here at Dover. He's up in 13th place. 14th, Eric Jones. 15th, Josh Berry. 16th, Keselowski is still on the lead lap. Stenhouse in 17th. McDowell in 18th. Allmendinger in 19th. Priest in 20th. Harrison Burton in 21st. Almirola in 22nd. Justin Haley in 24th. Logano in 25th, 2 laps down. Kyle Busch in 26th, 2 laps down. Gilliland in 27th. Austin Dillon in 28th. J.J. Yaley, B.J. McLeod. Chase Briscoe, who is 12 laps down, having a terrible day after a hot 3-race run where he had 3 top 5s. Kyle Larson in 32nd. Brennan Poole out of the race. Noah Gragson out of the race. Daniel Suarez out of the race. And Ty Dillon, he's out of the race, but I haven't really heard much from him. He had a bad wreck earlier, so hope he's all right. But and since they're not saying anything, I'm sure he's all right. But he hit the wall earlier, similar to Kurt Busch, the way he did at Pocono a year ago. So it always makes a concern. But yeah, so there's the field, and really not much happening. Byron's doing stalemate lap times with Chastain. He's about half a second off. They're really not going anywhere. We're 24 laps away from the end of the stage. It's going to get interesting, but we're just going to need a caution though.
Ty Dillon, he's been released.
So that's good. That's good. Because that Kurt Busch deal last year was terrible. Caused him pretty much to retire. And we saw what he felt like during that last lap at Coda. He was supposed to be in that 45 car this year. He was wanting to be in it, but that wreck and how unsafe this next gen car is ultimately ruled him out. So
we're all rooting for you, Joe. We're all rooting that the 4 car can find a little bit of extra speed he needs to go from top 5 to victory lane, Joe. We're rooting with you, man. Hey, as long as I'm rooting for you, Joe, though, can we get a Buescher and a Gibbs to do something? Help me out too, Joe. I need something bad to happen here. Yes, we're getting a thanks Ross graphic here on Fox as he bumps Poole. It's not a good look here. Not a good look. Not a good look.
Let's go Ross. Let's go Ross. We need Ross to go. We need Ross to do.
Larson's day. Kyle is still on track in 32nd, 34 laps down.
We need him. We need him in this sport. We may hate him sometimes, but man.
In reference to your last comment, Joe, the Astros were at home on Sunday Night Baseball. The profitable trend over the years has been to fade the road team on Sunday Night Baseball, would be the Phillies. The Astros were at home last night. The profitable trend is to blindly fade the road team on Sunday Night Football. And I think the Phillies do play today, so it would be, a play tonight. Yeah, I've got Snell under 16.5 outs, and then I did a team total parlay. I'll put it here in chat. You're good. Oh, good, Joe. God, I need Buescher and Gibbs to wreck each other so bad.
They're getting ready to race side by side. They're about 4 tenths off of each other. Truex car is coming to life here on this long run.
Yeah, it must be. They're talking about him right now.
So, I don't know if some people have known this, but the sun was out earlier very good, and now it's real cloudy. There are some, there is some rain in the area. We're gonna take a look at the end of the stage, at least I will, and look at the radar because I don't believe it's going to be a threat. But you got a big cell that's going through Baltimore, and it's it's, it's coming pretty quick. It's not going to get here within like 15 minutes. It may get here pretty close to the end of this race. It's going to be interesting to see how many cautions we get and how much it slows the race down. But I think we will be just fine. But the cell is getting bigger and bigger.
All right, side by side with 13 to go here in stage 2. We got a side by side with 13 to go. We still have no crank it up, and I'm really not happy about no crank it up so far. Do it, Joe. Do it.
So,
Do it, Joe.
so we're going off the Eastern time. It can vary for the viewers out there, but in a roughly around about another hour and 15 minutes. No, it's a little bit more than an hour. So it says right here, around 3:55, which is 2:22 right now. We're well off time. But there's going to be a small cell that goes on the track. Will it dissipate before it gets there? Time will tell. I don't believe the race is going to be done by then. So I wonder what the strategy is going to be like. It's a Monday race, and if it gets because I think what's happening here?
Nothing's happening this whole race, man. Nothing.
I thought I saw
Nothing.
a yellow light, but yeah, though there's a cell coming towards the track. It's a Monday race. If it completely ruins the track and they got to wash it all or dry it all off,
That's
they're gonna
done.
call
They don't have any lights. If they got to go through a drying segment, that's a wrap.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a factor if they keep going green like they're doing now. But
No reason not to be green. Nobody can get near each other to accidentally hit somebody. There's so much gaps throughout this field.
All the times we see Chastain dominating and leading the race, we all think he's going to win. After he makes contact and wrecks somebody, he always manages a choke in an exciting way. He may get involved in a big wreck. I don't know. I think something's going to happen. I think something's going to brew here. Look at him. He's got the lap 5 cars in front of him that are racing side by side.
I was going to say he's coming back up on the more lap traffic here, folks. See what
and
this
I'm
does.
telling you, Keselowski is still on the lead lap. That's impressive. That is really impressive.
Clinging, barely. Clinging. I mean, I'm looking at the names in the top 10. Truex has cracked it, but otherwise, there's not been any movement in this top 10 throughout this whole stage. Nothing. I'm not seeing anything in this top 10 fluctuate. Man, come on. Somebody hit Buescher and Gibbs. Somebody hit Buescher and Gibbs. Send those cars flying.
Harvick got real tight there. Truex, though, his car is coming to life.
Yeah, Truex is the only car making some moves right now. We'll see how far he can get up. Obviously, the caution is about to fly.
Camera lens is wet. The camera lens, the high above one they just showed, is wet. Look at it. It's wet.
Yeah, I'm seeing raindrops on the camera.
It's getting wetter and wetter. It seems like each lap on the camera lens. Surely it's from rain from yesterday. I hope it. Like where they didn't dry it off enough. But
Truex is flying right now. Flying. He may be a car to watch in stage 3. He's clearly been the best car on the long run. I don't know where he was on this restart, but wherever he is, he wasn't top 5. He wasn't even top 10, I don't even think. I'm pretty sure he wasn't even top 10 after that restart. He's been the only driver that's made a move into this top 10. Now he's up in the top 5, up into P4.
All right, NASCAR is checking the track for rain right now.
It's
Obviously,
fine.
it looks sunny out there
It's
now.
fine,
Now,
NASCAR.
NASCAR, through the NASCAR radio, they just said that.
It's fine. It's fine. They're definitely not going to throw it before the caution comes. They'll make a decision. If they're going to make a decision, they'll do it during the caution. But even if, it's fine.
Yeah. We need
got 2 to go.
the vortex theory to heat up. Old Darrell Waltrip's theory: if the cars are running when it's raining, the track's not getting wet; it's staying warm and dry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. All right, 1 to go. 1 to go here on stage 2. For sure, Chastain is going to win stage 2. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, Harvick's falling out. Falling out of the top 10.
And Keselowski should stand on it. Harvick lost a lap. Harvick's a lap down. Harvick's lost a lap.
Yeah,
Harvick's got an issue. He's got a big issue. He lost 10 seconds in the last 3 laps.
yeah, something. I don't know what happened.
He's got to be on the cylinder. He's got it. Harvick, we got to listen to his radio. I think he's got an issue.
Let's get the 4 radio. I was thinking that.
Let's get this 4 on here. We got it playing.
Okay. Everybody's so pissed off they're not saying anything.
That's the way he typically is. He likes to stay calm about it.
Open second time by when it's open.
What did he say?
He said they're going to pit the second time when it's open. That means Harvick's probably getting relayed a message. That meant to him, but you're locked down. We're pitting when the lappers pit. So that's the shitty situation for Kevin Harvick. His day is over.
His last 3 laps right there. Something happened. Those last 3 laps.
The chances of him going to victory lane are slim to none because cautions aren't really happening. It's hard to pass. And if you get the free pass, you're starting at the rear anyway. So
yeah, his
day's over.
Done.
His day's over.
His day's done. Unfortunately, something I'd like to know what happened. I mean, Jesus, just free for all out of the top 5. He was, I think, 6th at the time, maybe 7th.
Yep, he's remained quiet on the radio.
Right rear, we took off on the green. It was wore out pretty good. It had no cords, but it was wore out pretty good. Thing. We'll take a half a round out of the right rear just to try to make it last a little longer. The next run, we got to go a little bit further than that.
Why not just pit sooner? Why change the pressure in the tire to make it last longer? I mean, hell, 3 laps of the end, just pit a little differently. Also, that run was only like 60 laps. It wasn't like that was, like it was the first part of stage 2 where they went 80. Or would they go 70? What did they went? They went 70? They went a little bit early. Shit. Yeah, I felt that problem a lot, Joe. You're not the only one that feels that pain. Briscoe's beat Buescher on every short track this season, including the Clash. He's going to get his ass kicked today because I put money on him, Joe. That's how it works.
So that's what we can do here. For this pit cycle right here, when they all pit, we're going to listen to the NASCAR official radio, like the officials.
All right, give it to me. They're about to pit.
We're going to hear the penalties come out first.
All right, cool. Let me hear it. I like this. I always like the behind-the-scenes stuff. Any of that kind of hard knocks, all that stuff. I like it. All right. Pit crews are getting ready.
The road will be open to the caution car.
All right, here they come.
Open, green light.
Sun's back out, by the way. The cloud has lifted and the sun's out.
Free pass on caution car.
The 23 is a free pass here.
Chase vehicle high on the front stretch, and he'll get to Welch at about the exit of 3.
All right, cars are coming down. The Toyotas came down. I'm seeing Chastain, Byron, Truex, Hamlin. All right. A lot of cars stayed out. Get it on the next lap. See what happens here. Byron with 9.4, Chastain with 10.5. Byron should get back up into first.
Caution car is just up turn 2 now.
Oh, Truex with a bad stop at 10.5. Byron easily the best right there at 9.4. He is going to come out in front of Chastain here. Byron back to the lead. Wins the race off pit road. Chastain's right behind him. Not sure who that was in third. Couldn't quite see the car. Blaney.
Caution car Elgin's running that middle on the front. Take him high.
All right. Gibbs and Buescher go 5, 6. Hamlin in 7, Reddick in 8, Bell up a spot to 9, and Barry up a spot to 10. So Byron, Chastain, Blaney, Truex, Gibbs, Buescher, Hamlin, Reddick, Bell, and Barry. I've not heard anything bad on that radio that you've been giving us. So I don't think anybody got a penalty on that group of cars.
You're going to probably hear if there is any penalty.
Just stay on the concrete. You know, the low side, they'll go above you. Anybody coming off the pit road will stay on the asphalt.
Okay.
I would like to say we're in the clear when it comes to penalties. No penalties given out that time by.
Well, there's going to be a lot of.
Which is always a good thing. You hate to see top drivers up in the front of the pack who have been running good all day to get a penalty. You hate that.
Not when their name is Buescher and Gibbs.
Yeah, I believe them bets are over with because I think Gibbs is so good and Buescher obviously won his unless he wrecks out, which is somewhat possible.
I tell you what, the top bet there, though, Chevy to win looks pretty good with Byron and Chastain have been the two best cars. Byron has led the most laps today. Chastain's maybe taken him there a little bit late in stage 2, but either way, Chastain and Byron have been the two best cars for sure. Without a doubt. That's not even a close.
Let's see here.
Other cars have had moments, but consistently, Byron and Chastain have been easily the best cars today. See what happens. See what happens. Getting a check of these baseball scores while we're in a commercial. See what we got going on. The only day baseball game. 6-4. Braves are over the Mets in the 5th inning. 6-4. So both of these starters are getting hit pretty hard. Okay. A little curious. Still in commercial break. Where of course when we do come back, it will be at the start of stage 3 with Byron leading the field, presumably from the high line. He's taken the high line damn near every time except for the first one when he took the inside, but now he's gone to the outside every time. So back from commercial break. See what we got.
So we got a little. We're gonna throw it a little to the side here. Obviously, some people out there may or may not have Snapchat, but lately they did a little Snapchat AI. Kind of stalkerish, kind of weird, but I asked it. I said, "Who's going to win today's NASCAR race?" It said Ryan Blaney. We're going to see about that. We're going to see about that. Does that know something that we don't know? I doubt it. Let's see here. What's going to happen here?
All right, here comes the choose. Byron is taking, predictably, he took the outside. Chastain's going to come along to his inside, so Chastain and Byron on the front row. Blaney and Truex are row 2. Gibbs and Busch are in row 3. Hamlin and Reddick, row 4. Rounding out your top 10 will be Bell and Barry in row 5. On the restart, Gibbs hits Busher. Oh my God, they both run up the inside wall. Oh shit, we got parts everywhere. I'm waiting for that up there, fellas.
Let's see what's going to happen here. I think I don't know. I think something's going to happen. I think it's going to get spicy. I believe there's no way, there's no chance that this runs green. I'm willing to put a lot of money that it stays, that at least one caution comes out. It ain't staying green.
All right, they'll go green with about 141 to go. So if it does stay green, we know there'll just be one stop only. We can get on fuel. We can go just one stop on fuel. All right, here we go. Pit car is in. They're back to green. Byron's leading them. Let's get some volume here.
All right.
Oh, no, he did not jump out. For the first time today, we haven't seen the lead car jump out to a lead. Instead, they both pull out to a big lead. Both Chevys get 5 cars. It was a big gap, whatever that was, 4 or 5 car lead.
Byron's going to have the preferred line in 3 and 4.
Yeah. Byron does get around Chastain. He tucks in behind him, so Byron leads the first lap in stage number 3. I didn't get that Gibbs-Busher clash that I was hoping for, unfortunately.
That restart of Chastain probably had to be the best one I've seen all day long on the bottom lane. He did a really good job.
If this thing can stay green, I know it, like Keselowski is running, I believe it's 12th. I think he can win this thing if it stays green. I know he's far behind. He's got tremendous long run pace. He is really good into long run.
Man, only 13 cars on the lead lap. 13 cars on the lead lap.
Keselowski's coming. He's in 10th place, gained 2 spots that lap. Now back to the 11th.
Keselowski in 11th with Josh Berry 12th.
The other one that we haven't, we heard talking, arguing on the radio with Truex. Finally got his track position. Up front, running third with these leaders.
That young Ty Gibbs is having a hell of a day.
With Bubba Wallace getting the free pass, that gave us 13 cars on the lead lap for the restart. And that includes all.
Make a mental note again. Never bet on Stewart House Racing to do a damn thing. Not this season.
Unless it's Martinsville, you bet against him.
I'm just going to fade him every damn week. Almirola is way back. Priest is crap. Briscoe's shit. Harvick, I ain't going to fade Harvick. Harvick's usually always top 10. Always. Not going to fade him. But these other guys, yeah.
I believe it's like Harvick's obviously the clear team leader, and Briscoe is on or off. He's hit or miss, and Almirola and Priest are just showing up to show up and finish. Next year, though, they're going to be in a world of pain. With Harvick leaving, you're telling me you're going to have Chase Briscoe leading that team? That's red flags. That's screaming a red flag. Like, I don't know about this direction they're heading in. It's got to be a stressful moment for that team and organization.
Yeah, it's not good right now for Stuart Haas, that's for sure.
No.
All right, we're 7 laps into stage 3. The only change in the top 5 is Truex got around Blaney, so Truex is up to 3rd. Otherwise, Keselowski's cracked the top 10. So those are the only 2 changes in the top 10. Is Truex has gotten around Blaney, and Keselowski has climbed up in the top 10, sitting at 10. Otherwise, nothing happened in the top 10. They're running single file, which each track position has multiple car lengths in between. So there's nothing even close to being a battle on the track in the top 10.
James Smalls was right. It's all part of the plan. We're going to get there. Well, they're here.
Well, that's when he was trying to clean up the conversation.
Truex is, if you're going to predict a guy outside of a Chevy to do it, you got to think Truex is going to be the guy. He's the only one that is putting some pressure on the field in the top 10. So if you like live betting and you think Truex can maybe do it here, I'm curious what Truex's odds are. I think he's the only guy I would want to take a chance on right now outside of. Let me see. Truex is 3-1.
I sure would like to see what that car at QX's would do if he moved up a lane.
You're going to see that. Again, your tires are going to wear out.
There's Byron getting a little loose off the corner.
Sure is.
Whatever.
And the sun keeps playing peekaboo with the clouds here, which
Byron looking like he's going to run away with this one here for this first little opening stint. Obviously, that's going to change as the run goes on when he gets some lappers. But man, though, we got a great crowd at this race today.
Yeah, for a
Great
Monday,
crowd.
it's a good crowd.
If it was this packed for a Monday, I would like to see what it was yesterday.
Yeah, they called it early, which is good for the fans. You don't need your fans showing up and then just leaving. They called it.
That's like the worst feeling ever. That's the worst feeling ever. Showing to a sporting event and them not telling you and having to stand in the rain. If I'm sure most people when they go, they carry things with them. It's got to be a terrible feeling. Story time here. I remember I went to the Ravens and Jaguars game a year ago. It was in 2022. It was last year. It was November. It was hot. But 10 minutes before kickoff, it downpoured. They had like a 30-minute delay to the game. I don't know. A little heads up would have been nice, but yeah, NASCAR yesterday giving a heads up to the fans saying, don't show up. We're calling it was a big deal. And it also, they called it so early in the morning that I believe it gave the fans opportunity. Like if they were wanting to call in the next day or out of work, they could have done so. If they were out of town, they had enough time to go into a hotel and say, hey, I want to stay another night and stuff like that. I think NASCAR did the right thing, and they should do that more often, in my opinion, if they know it's going to be a complete washout. But yeah.
Yep. No, I agree.
Let's see.
There you go, Fish. There you go, man.
This is not a good race.
You're good, Brian. Thanks, man. I'm glad we're hanging out on this Monday afternoon. Wish it was a better race so we could have more commentary and have a little bit more excitement, but the lack of excitement is due to the product of racing. Not much going on, Brian.
Yeah.
Not really missing that much. Looks like it's going to be a battle between Byron and Chastain, although maybe Truex can have a way in this conversation here.
Fish regulator. Bet Formula One. Those are pretty straightforward. It's hard to jinx that. You'll win money there. NASCAR too hard to predict.
If you want to talk about no passing, go over to Formula One. There's no passing in that damn sport. Nothing.
Yeah.
Or you get like, this is the one and only turn to pass on this whole damn track. Formula One.
Baku. Azerbaijan yesterday, it was terrible. It was the worst race I've ever seen in my life. But luckily, though, you got Miami and you got Imola, then you got Monaco, which is always a phenomenal race. And it always rains there for some reason, so it's gonna make it interesting. But yeah, though.
All right, we're out of commercial. We're hyping up next week's race, but just a little hype video here. But
Got
we're
time to
essentially
hype
back.
that up. We've seen Chicago come off the schedule, the Chicagoland Speedway, Auto Club getting in trouble. I'm a, I'm really afraid right now for Kansas. Kansas, they're having a hard time getting a big crowd every single year. They're going to be cut a race before too long, and after that, they're going to be cut off completely. I'm worried for Kansas Speedway. They need a good showing. Kurt Busch in the booth. How about that? He did good at Coda. I like that.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're back at the commercial break. Looks like the top 10, Kozlowski's moved up to 9th, but the same 10 cars are in the top 10. It looks like the only movement has been Kozlowski coincided with Buescher falling a little bit. The RFK cars are 9, 10, so maybe Kozlowski can make his way up in this conversation. It still feels like Byron Chastain and Truex, but here comes the 6 car in Kozlowski.
Here comes Chastain. It's getting good here, folks. We got a 3-way battle for the lead.
Yeah. I'm starting. Truex is damn near going to win this race. That tells you Truex is.
Oh,
He's getting.
they showed
stronger.
a stat with Byron.
Truex is
They
about
showed
to
a
get
stat with
around
Byron.
him. What?
They showed a stat with Byron about where when he's led a race over more than 100 laps, what his results was. He won 5. He won a lot of times, but when I did the math here, he won 5 times out of 7. He finished third in one and 24th in the other. Obviously, that's going to take down your average, but his average is 6.2. That's not too bad for William Byron. I'm liking his odds here.
It's about to. Truex is getting around Chastain here. It's about to be Byron and Truex run 1-2. Truex is getting around Chastain. Top 3 is all getting tighter. They're all catching Byron. Truex and Chastain are both catching Byron. There you go. Chastain going around Byron easily on the outside. He went around him easily, so Chastain up into P1.
P1.
Let's see if Byron gets passed by Truex now. That was an easy pass. That didn't take multiple laps or nothing. That was just once he caught him, whoop, right around on the outside.
That's funny what the one team is doing.
Yeah.
It just shows you how boring this race is.
Truex around Byron easily. Something could be happening to Byron here. He's been passed easily by Chastain and Truex on consecutive laps.
Trying to look at numbers here on my phone, but who doesn't love a lovely spam?
Larry Mack is saying around lap 325 to 330. Expect him to pit.
Got the 8 car coming. His name's over with.
Shit, he's going to need a pit again if he's pitting now. Can't go 110 laps. He's going to need a pit again. Now I'm a little nervous for Chevy to win. Now I'm not running 1-2. I mean, at least I'm still running 1, but damn, not running 1-2. Byron, Blaney gets around Byron. Byron, something's happened to Byron here. You got the 24 radio? Let's give a listen to Byron. He's falling all the way down to P4. Something's broken with that car all of a sudden. If you got 24's radio,
Right here, right here.
Three to the 54. He's got 5 to 7. Two to lane 3. One square. One to lane 3. Still clear to the top. Trying to get the run. Still clear. Outside. Yeah, just can't load the right rear tire.
Right rear tire.
he knew it was something.
Three trying to get out of the 54's way. Still 4 to the 11. Three's going to be stuck top.
Truex is going for the lead in a few laps. Looks like.
He's the best car on the thing. He's got the best. I think Truex is going to win this race. He's the best car out there right now.
Corner, clear.
That'd be a hell of a weekend for that Truex family.
Yeah, no kidding. Gibbs is around Byron. Byron down to 5th. Just a matter of time before Hamlin gets around him now.
Byron's over with. He needs a caution because think about it. He's going to lose about. They're going to be pitting in about another 30 laps. He can't afford to go 30 laps on this set of tires.
Not the way this car is handling all of a sudden. And we're getting another commercial. We still not had one crank it up segment. I'm getting a little annoyed, to be honest. Love crank it up. All right, we'll see what happens when they come out of commercial break. We are not side by side, so we're in the dark here. We have no idea what's going on other than I'm sure William Byron is still free falling down the standings.
So.
Still 3 to the third lane 11. You have the run on the 22. Keep him out there.
That 24 is dropping like a rock.
Is that the radio we're still listening to?
Corner. Clear on the exit. All clear. Black and red still really struggling. He's mid bottom. He may go middle here. Bottom. Clear. Two to lane 311. One and a half, 2, lane 311. 5 should give us the bottom. Clear, all clear. 11 cleared him, still 2 off you, 1 and a half. 1 square. 3/4. Half. Stay 1 lane higher. Still clear. No momentum for him, just block top, roll on.
As you can hear there on the radio, they're running into lap traffic.
1 to the third lane. 1 and a half. 78 will stay top. Your next one. He did get a big run up. Block left. Inside. Clear. Clear. About 20. Should give you the bottom.
All right, we're back from
Even.
commercial.
Clear.
See what happens here. All right, back from commercial. Still got Chastain maintaining his same lead over Truex, about 0.4 seconds, and they're significantly ahead of P3, which is Blaney. They've got another additional 2.5 seconds of Blaney. So right now it's definitely 1-2, and then the rest of the field. Blaney, Gibbs, Hamlin round out your top 5 with Byron, Bell, Reddick, Keselowski, and Buescher. All of those cars in the top 10. No, I mean, nothing has happened this stage. I mean, Truex didn't pass Byron. Byron's car fell off, and now he's been passed by Bell. So the little bit of passing you can say that's happened, there's no passing. It's just Byron has fallen off. Something's happened to the car. And everybody else is just, moving up a spot. Otherwise, nothing has happened in stage 3. Not a goddamn thing. According to Larry Mack, we are about still about 20 laps to go till he anticipates cars coming down pit road. He was about 75 to go is his prediction. 75 to 70.
Side note here, for the viewers out there that love NFL, breaking news: DeAndre Hopkins is going nowhere. He's staying in Arizona. That's big right there. A lot of people speculated him being traded to another team, like the Titans. That's not happening. He's staying in Arizona.
Doesn't matter. Still got a shitty quarterback trying to give him the ball. So if you're saying that doesn't move the needle.
Yeah, okay. You can't find him. You got to look at the ground. He's too damn short.
Yeah, he's no
overrated.
Good. He's no good. I mean, when you got to put a clause in your contract to not play video games, or if you play too many video games, we're going to take some millions of dollars away from you. What are you even doing signing that guy to a mega deal if you're worried about his preparation? You have to put a clause in about his video game usage. What are you talking about here? Ridiculous. Yeah, they're doing the cars that have moved since the last restart, which is stage 3, and there's nothing on the screen we're talking about other than Byron slipping down due to whatever issues going on with his car. Otherwise, maybe a guy, maybe a spot, but hell, most of that spot is because Byron has fallen off. Logano coming down pit road for the 13th time today. Harvick coming down on Buescher is going to hit him from the rear, send him spinning up into the wall. That was a joke, fellas. We're holding on to a bet there with Buescher, so every now and then you get a joke that Buescher's hit the wall, but no, Buescher's not hit the wall. He's doing just fine running 10th, right behind his owner and teammate, Keselowski, running P9.
So I think it's pretty fair to mention, last lap, Truex was 0.3 quicker than the leader. He is coming quick.
Yeah, I think we've done a good job of highlighting what's been going on. Not much has been going on. It's been pretty obvious to identify what's been going on, and that is the only thing that's going on in stage 3 is Truex's ability to chase down Byron first, and now Chastain.
We all want to talk about Hendrick Motorsports domination and so on, but no one's wanting to talk about Joe Gibbs' domination today. You got Truex in 2nd, Gibbs in 4th, Hamlin in 5th, Bell in 6th. This is a good day for Joe Gibbs Racing. It is a really phenomenal day.
Yeah. I think Bubba's Bubba's the last car on the lead lap, so I want to say, yeah, there it is right there. He's running 13th, last car on the lead lap, so yeah, Joe Gibbs.
Yeah, it's kind of a disappointing day for him also.
I mean, kind of been the way it's been this year. Dumb mistake after dumb mistake.
Yeah. They're not going to put him in a hot seat, but he should be. I honestly believe that. He is not getting the most out of that equipment. Yes, he has a couple of good races here and there.
Chastain's damn near on the bump, or Truex is damn near on the bumper of Chastain.
I'll be right back.
Closed it. Okay. When you come back, we may have a new leader. turn this volume back up.
Now, in the last round of green flag pit stops, Chastain took the lead from William Byron just before pit stops. We'll see if it changes again here.
You are now in the lap window. If you wanted to pit now, you could make it to the end.
Side by side.
If you wanted to, you could pit now, make it to the end.
About 8 laps from now.
Larry Mack's prediction's about 8 laps, and they're going to go to commercial. Oh, no, side by side. Either way. Cannot get a crank it up. I think we're just not doing crank it up today. Not happening. I have no idea why we don't have a crank it up. Hey, Joe, you mentioned your comment about how, like, when you bet on things, they don't happen. How about the one week I bet on Bubba Wallace? Can't remember what track that was. Remember when he spun on lap 10? Yeah, that was fun. 10 laps into the race and already lost your money. That was not a fun day. Did not enjoy that. All right, we're still at the side by side. Truex is he's caught Chastain. It's just a matter of getting around him now.
We got 82 to go. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of strategy we see played here. Are we going to see something similar to what Keselowski and Austin Dillon did last stint, where they just stay out and pray for a caution, or you just pit right away and use that to your advantage? It's going to be interesting. I wouldn't do it if I'm Truex or Blaney or Gibbs, but if I'm Byron or Reddick, I'm staying out, riding this thing out. And same for Keselowski and Buescher. I'm riding this one out. I'm not going to pit. I'm not going to be a follower today. I'm going to go out there and do my own thing.
I mean, at this point, you might as well. I mean, you don't have the better car. That strategy always works because then you may get a caution. See what happens. All right, according to Larry Mack, we're 3 laps away from a car pitting. We're obviously in the window. You can make it to the end now. We're still side by side. I think Truex is going to win this race. Truex is going to win this race.
Let's take a look at the radar for Dover, Delaware. I believe the cell is dissipated, and we're going to be all right. That's good news.
Truex has passed Chastain for betting odds on winning the race. Truex is now your live favorite to take home the checker flag. Yeah, from what I'm seeing. Oh, we're back. We got a car in pit. Keselowski was the first one to come down pit road. Keselowski pits.
We got a Chevy Allmendinger in pits also.
Let's see what else happens. I'd bet Chastain comes. He needs to regain the speed. Now we're up into lap traffic. He's trying to get around Harrison Burton. Wallace moves out of the way. Buescher also pits with his teammate and owner, Keselowski. So Buescher and Keselowski are the only 2 that have pitted. Reddick comes down pit road. Truex is going to get stuck in lap traffic, and Chastain's going to retake the lead as Truex gets stuck behind Michael McDowell. And now Chastain pulls away a little bit, but Truex will be able to reel him back in.
23:05. Leaders past miles.
Reddick and Wallace pit. Everybody else has stayed out so far.
Look at them. Look at them splitting it. They split Harrison Burton.
Harrison Burton spins. There's going to be a caution. Harrison Burton spins. He's trying to enter pit road. He's facing the wrong way. Byron just went, but he is facing the wrong way. He spins around. We may stay green. We stay green. We do stay green here. Burton spun on the entry to pit road. Truex pits, Byron pits, Gibbs pits, Elliott pits. They're starting to come down pit road, fellas.
No, you don't throw a caution for that. That's dangerous.
Yeah, because the cars are already slowing down, right? They got to come down to 40 miles an hour anyway. So I like that they let
That's
that play
dangerous.
out. I like that they let that play out.
Yeah, it would have changed up the running result big time. The running order.
Joe, your comment about losing a bet on the last lap. I had Cole Custer a couple of years ago, and he suffered a cut tire with 2 to go. He was, I don't know who I had him in a matchup with, but he was dominating. Got a cut tire with 2 to go. Yeah, that was brutal. Harvick pits. All right, Chastain pit, Bell pit. Everybody's pit now. They're all coming down. So let's see these lap times here with Chastain and Truex and who can get back on, who can be the virtual leader. They won't be the on-track leader, but they'll be the virtual leader. Let's see. Truex. Chastain gets around, Truex gets around Chastain. Michael McDowell gets a penalty, too fast on pit road. So Truex comes out. Truex is going to be your virtual leader here with Chastain just behind him. So Truex leading for the first time today. The first non-Chevy to lead a lap today. Pretty sure Byron and Chastain had led every lap, and Kyle Busch. So I think this is the first non-Chevy to lead a lap.
Yeah, looking at the pit stops right there, the one car stop was about a half a second faster than the 19, but Clint, you nailed it. The difference was the 2 laps. The 2 laps further that the one car went.
This is Truex's race to lose.
Yep, this is his race to lose, but interesting.
Truex is going to win this race, fellas.
I don't know. Chastain car comes to life. Middle of the run. Truex is a long run, but if Chastain can get up there, he's got probably 20 laps. After that, it's over with.
Talking to James Small's crew chief, says, "Come on, man, give me a better pit stop, get me out front. I can lead this thing," and that's exactly what they did just now.
All right, Kyle Larson's about to make a hell for this point car.
Yeah, I know.
He's gonna take the line off of him off the Ford. And that's exactly what he did. He took his line away. That one car is gonna lose a little bit of time. That one car was caught. The 5 car costed a 1 3/10 by taking away his line off of Ford.
Ryan, the winner Saturday of the Xfinity Series race, and trying to do the Wallace Brothers double.
Truex hasn't won. Wow, that's right. He went winless last year. Yeah, it's 2021. You
He's gonna have a rough Tuesday if that happens. Yeah. That's a lot of celebrating out of one day.
63 to go, fellas. 63 to go here in stage 3. 63 to
We're
go.
getting there.
We've done our last green flag pit stops. He's got about a 1 second lead over Chastain, 0.9. See what happens. I'm assuming Truex is going to win this race. See what happens here.
Baseball Night in America, Saturday, 7 Eastern on Fox. When it comes to authentic tortilla chips, El Ranchero is
Toyota has led Chevy's led every lap until just right now.
We need a caution. We need a caution to spice it up. This is
Dude, we need something. We had nothing. This race has been terrible. Another terrible race, and a relatively short track-ish kind of speak. So, I mean, was if you had an expectation of a good race, you probably had wrong expectations.
so. A couple weeks ago, everybody wanted to criticize NASCAR for racing on the Bristol dirt. They should have been racing on the oval. This is the same product we would have had 2-3 weeks ago. I'm just saying. You got to do what you got to do to have a good product, and that's why they put dirt on Bristol. And everybody complained. This is the same exact racing we would have seen at Bristol. Dover's just a Bristol on steroids. That's all it is. But yeah, Truex is running away.
He's running away. He's gonna win.
Chastain is running quicker lap times, but he's running quicker by almost like 1,000th of a second. It's not much, and he needs to start taking out big chunks like 3 to 4 tenths. And I don't see that happening unless lap traffic plays a matter into it. But yeah, though, if the caution were to come out, I would look at drivers like Brad Keselowski because he's been aggressive all day on restarts, and now he's in 7th place. Maybe he can use choose come to his advantage and maybe gain a position or two.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all speculation. We need a caution, though.
That's coming. NASCAR's got a makeup caution. That was still. I'm going back in my head. Okay, you had Harrison Burton spin on pit road. I get it. Cars are slowing, but damn, that was like during actively. Like cars were. That wasn't just like a rogue, unscheduled pit stop. Cars were coming down pit road. I see it both sides, but man, I am kind of surprised they didn't throw a caution there.
Yeah.
Kind of think it was the right call, but man, I'm kind of surprised at the same time.
In hindsight, if they would have thrown it, it would have been it would have been a little spicy.
I mean, they're going to get a caution. They'll radio over to McLeod, tell him to wreck himself. They'll get one. I think they're talking about it right now. Yeah, they're talking about it right now. So here's Burton coming in behind Truex. He spins. Yeah, if there was another car behind Burton, they would have had to have thrown it. But luckily there was no car behind Burton because nobody could have gotten around Burton right there. Wow, look at Wallace's tire here. Wow, if he went one more lap on that thing, he damn near would have caused the caution.
That would have been a debris caution.
Oh, for sure. Or one more lap and his tire just falls apart. All right, Chastain's brought this thing back down to 0.6. I don't know. I mean, you mentioned, I don't know if we're running lap traffic, but it was 0.9. Now it's 0.6.
Yeah, I was rolling. He's using them 4 fresh Goodyear tires to his advantage. He's on 20th, but he's out of it, but he's still rolling though. Average caution, 57 laps to go. Last overtime finish was in 2017, where we saw the 48th, I believe it was, of Jimmy Johnson getting the win there. And that was an interesting day. We saw Big Rex, we saw Ty Dillon, the driver of the 77 car, but back then the 13, nearly win the race. That was an interesting day back in 17. But since then, we haven't seen an overtime finish. That's when Truex was bad.
Down to 0.5. He's making a move on him.
Yeah.
He's making a move on him.
We've seen lots of comers and goers today in the front. I'll give it to Ryan Blaney. That's what they're showing right now. Ryan Blaney has been up there in the top 3 consistently all day long. And obviously he's not up there contending for the actual race lead. He's consistent. And that's really good and impressive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's just maintained his speed throughout.
He literally put Ford and Team Penske on his back.
There's Kozlowski.
And Christopher Bell had an issue on an early pit stop where the single wheel nut fell out of the gun. They had to replace it. No long stop, but he worked his way back, and he's been a top 10 car already.
See what happened here, fellas.
Gibbs cars, talked about it earlier. Very impressed with the speed that they brought to the table here this weekend.
Brad Keselowski, look at that. He's running great. Currently in the 7th position. This car
We got 45 to go. 45 to go, fellas.
last year, he put it all together.
Truex quicker.
And well, I tell you what, they weren't doing too well. But now
45 to go, fellas. 45.
That last lap, Chastain took off a 10th. Chastain's coming.
Now, William Byron led 193 laps early, the most of anybody today. Now he's drifted back to the 8th spot, and there is Chris Buescher in 9th. Again, another good day for RFK. Top 10 cars, both of them. Next place, Tyler Reddick, running about 17 seconds off the lead.
Chastain's on the bumper of Truex. That lap traffic, I mean, he was catching him, but now with the lap traffic, he is on his bumper. Trying to make a move here on the outside. Not going to do it, but obviously plenty of laps to go. But he's on Truex. Let's go. Let's see who can navigate this lap traffic the better. Maybe who can get who? Chastain trying to come in on the inside. Yeah, he'll need to burn these tires up trying to get around right now, Chastain.
Chastain's tires are 2 laps fresher than Truex's. That won't be much of a factor at this point since they were on pit road almost 30 laps ago.
44.
Chastain's radio we got right here.
Oh, nice.
Got to be patient here. You ain't going to win it. You can't win it with 41 to go, but you can sure lose it with 41 to go. Can't do nothing stupid.
Is that Ty Gibbs saying there's 7 laps?
Are some teams short on
Ty Gibbs is 7 laps short on fuel. They did not. Yeah, they did not get his car full when he came down to pit. When everybody else, you shouldn't be short at all. Ty Gibbs is not gonna. His inning product will not equal the day he's had. He's gonna get penalized for that. He's gonna come out of the top 10. Wow, Ty Gibbs, where he finishes will not equal the days he's had. He deserves a better finish than that. I hear you, Kyle. I hear you, man. Gibbs' crew messed him up. Didn't put enough fuel in the tank. Chastain still trying to get around Truex. He has not been able to do it yet. They're battling with 38 to go. Nothing's happened with the top 10, fellas. You're not missing a damn thing. The big story now is Gibbs. He's not going to finish in the top 10 if he's 7 laps short on fuel.
If he gets a caution, he'll be all right.
No, the Proust bed is not back on. He's 2 laps down. It's just going to be a splash and go, and he'll be fine. It'll look a little bit more respectable in the box score, but it's done. It's done.
It blows my mind. I know Burton's 3 laps down, but it blows my mind he's in 20th. It blows my mind he's up there that high.
All right, we're side by side here.
Probably the final commercial break of the race, probably.
We didn't get one crank it up today, William. Didn't get one.
Disappointing.
Yeah, I love that. I love jacking up the volume and just hearing it. Can Chastain get around Truex? He's down to 0.3. He can't quite get it. They've got a car in front of them. I can't tell which lap car that is in front of them, but somebody's in front of them.
Let's see.
We got 34 to go, fellas. 34. Truex is still holding off Chastain. 0.3, 0.4, 0.3, 0.4. Just kind of fluctuates.
$33 to go. It's still about 4/10 that buffer. That buffer is just staying there for Chastain. He ain't feeling no threat from behind. Blaney's well behind him. Blaney's 8 seconds off the lead, but realistically, Blaney's about 7.9 seconds off of Chastain. So he's got a buffer.
Yeah, but he got it down from 0.8 to 0.4, and now it's going the wrong direction. It's not looking good for him. Truex is winning this race. I mean, something. Truex would just have to have like just some shitty luck. I mean, simply put. They got 30
I know
to
Briscoe.
go. Huh?
I know Briscoe hit the wall earlier, but why is he going so slow? He had to have a mechanical issue. I know he hit the wall, but he was slow before then.
Hell, he's had
Something's
like
going on.
issues. He's had like 3 issues this whole race. We're back from commercial with 30 to go. Whatever the hell a Wurth is. I still don't know what the hell that is.
All right, this is going to be about 10 laps. This is going to be 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, we're going to know who's going to win this race. They're doing 23-second lap times. It's going to be a little over 10, actually. But it's going to be interesting to see.
I can't see it. I would love a freaking caution because it doesn't look like Chastain's going to be able to do this on his own. Harvick slides up the track.
Harvick got tight.
Come on, somebody get in Truex's way and help. Come on, Barry. Come on, Barry.
You know what I mean? Hey, I'll tell you this, though. As this keeps going, Ty Gibbs may get lost. He may lose 2 laps. Priest may beat him, actually. How crazy that is. If this stays green, you may have luck with Priest. You may have a chance here of Ryan Priest winning that bet. I don't know. Priest is one of the quicker cars right now on track by the lap times.
It should just be a splash and go for Gibbs. Shouldn't be that much. I mean, it's not going to be a long stop.
Priest is running quicker lap.
25, boys. Chastain needs a caution. He is not doing this on his own.
Yeah, he is. He's going to wreck him. I think he's going to wreck him.
Half second. He's falling off. It's down to 0.6.
It's go time, Ross. Truex last win in Richmond. Blaney's last win in a points paying race was Daytona. Those were ages ago. Someone's pitting. Someone's pitting. I believe it's the 54, I would assume. I don't know. The one just said someone was pitting. It's the 3, I believe. The 3's pitting.
Yeah, I was going to say Austin Dillon got the hell out of the way. He didn't help out Chastain. Nobody's helping out Chastain. Truex is getting around everybody easily.
That 38 messed up Truex line out of 4. I don't think it's going to hurt him too much. He's going to lose a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
And his 5 is going to hurt Truex in 3 and 4.
Oh, the 5 is going to hurt Chastain.
No, it's going to take away the 19 line unless he gives it to him, and he does. He gave it to him. But
Watch
it's
Chastain
going to be a
get held
big
up. Chastain will be over a second when this is over. Larson's going to stay right there. He's going to come up the track with Chastain. He's going to come up the track. He will be well over a second when he gets around Larson. Larson is holding him up right now. It's about to be over a second. It's over a second. He's not letting Chastain. Look at it. He keeps blocking him all the way. Look at that.
That's pitiful. That's pitiful racing. That's race manipulation right there from Kyle Larson. And Kyle Larson should not be doing that. They're all wanting to blame all these drivers.
He went from 0.6 to a second and a half. Larson just ended any chances Chastain had. I don't think Chastain had a real chance to begin with. It's over. It's now a full second and a half because of what Larson did, holding him up.
That was pitiful what Kyle Larson just did. That was pitiful.
That was payback. I mean, that's payback without being deliberate. That is being deliberate, but it's, you know, little subtle, but not subtle, however you want to kind of phrase it. But that is.
Chastain didn't wreck the 5. He wrecked the 15. Larson just an innocent bystander. There's no reason why Larson should be going targeting that 1 car like that.
Well, he's just upset that he did it in stage 1. There's a lot of aggression in stage 1 for Chastain to be doing. Stage 1. What are you running in the back of pool for so early in stage 1? It's unnecessary.
Larson's a hypocrite. He said the same thing about Priest about retaliating, and he goes out there and does this. Larson's a hypocrite. No one's going to say that, but he really is. He's a hypocrite. He ain't backing up what he said, and Chastain's gained a lot in the last couple of laps.
I was going to say, he's gained a damn near second back.
Yep.
If Larson didn't do that, hell, Chastain could maybe be in the lead. He's gained a whole second. We got 17 to go, boys.
I'm telling you, you're going to win this Gibbs bet because he's about to go a lap down, and Priest is a 2 laps down. Priest is going to pass him.
All right, man. You say so.
I think you will. That may be the only exciting thing that goes on. But here we go, Chastain.
Chastain is on him. He's trying to get around. Who is this? Gibbs.
He's going to wreck him.
Shit. You could have bumped him if you wanted. I wouldn't have been mad at that one, Chastain. You want to bump everybody else. He's down to 0.3. Where is Chastain coming from? Somebody hold up Truex, please. Brian says we got a battle for the lead. Well, he's got to get around Tyler Reddick here. Chastain's got to get around Reddick. There's still 1 car in between them.
Caution. Caution.
What?
Caution.
Huh?
One in the fence. Someone's in the fence. Someone's in the fence.
Not on the broadcast. I hear you. Oh, Logano. Oh, Logano in a big one. Oh, wow. We got a caution, Logano. NASCAR always gets their late caution. NASCAR always gets their late caution, boys. Always gets their late. There goes that Gibbs bet. Gibbs bet just shot out the window. That was a hard one.
No, the Gibbs bet's not really.
He's still got a pit. Yeah, I mean, I know.
Yeah, he's gonna
But
pit,
now he can pit, and they're not going to be able to go as fast while he's pitting. This is not good for the Gibbs bet.
No, it's not that bad actually. Because he's a lap down. He's not the free pass. Tyler Reddick is. Tyler Reddick's a lap down. So Reddick's going to get the free pass. Gibbs, he's going to have to pit. He can't stay out.
Yeah, but
he's going to pit.
Yeah, but
Priest is going to stay out.
They're going to go a lot slower. He's not going to fall as. I mean, I don't think he's going to fall that far as you make it sound like, but he's not going to fall that far anymore.
No, what I'm trying to say is, though, he's going to be a lap down still. Priest is going to stay out. Priest don't have to. Priest can stay out, though, and get the free pass. And he's going to be on equal playing field, equal tires as Gibbs. And it's going to be all down to racing.
Hey, Gibbs has been better all day. I love the encouragement, William. I love it, man. I'll never I guess I will. Yeah, I love the encouragement. It ain't happening now. Nobody's going to pit here. Nobody's going to pit here. They should come back. Now, this is going to take a little bit. The car was on fire. He smacked the wall
Yeah,
pretty good. He lost a fair amount of debris. This could take a second. I think when we go back, it's 14 laps to go right now. If I had to estimate, they'll go back to green around 8-ish, maybe 7.
they said less than 8 on the
I
one
hear you,
radio.
Kyle. I hear you, Kyle. We'll see, man. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully on this restart, Busher can hit that wall. I've been talking about Busher hitting the wall all day. Hopefully that can come in now.
It's too late for him.
Hey, God damn it.
Oh,
Never
they're
too
pitting.
late.
They're pitting. They're pitting. They're pitting. I believe they're pitting.
Oh, get the
I
radio.
believe they're pitting.
We got a commercial break. Give me the radio.
You think about what we did earlier? They're pretty worn out.
Somebody's going to stay out. Somebody's going to gamble. Not Eric. Somebody's not pitting.
No, no one's gonna stay out. Kyle Busch earlier. No, when Kyle Busch stayed out earlier, he got toasted. They're pitting. They're pitting. Here they come.
All right, we're back from commercial. Let's see. They're coming down pit road. Here come the leaders, Chastain and Truex. Let's see who can win the race off pit road. The one car is in his box. 19's got to drive a little farther. Let's see. We get the time here on the screen. Let's see what Chastain can do. He's been running 9.4 every stop. 9.5 for that one. Truex only goes for one side. I didn't see it, but it was 5.2. He's going to kill him off pit road. He only took one side tires. I didn't see which side he took. Probably left, if I'd assume.
Blaney passed Chastain, I believe. Ryan Blaney. Christopher Bell's going to get by Chastain. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Truex with no tires. Or no, 2 tires. Sorry, Truex with 2 tires. That's where he won the race because he only took 2. Chastain was the first car that took 4. That's why Bell and Blaney beat him. They also took 2 tires. So you'll have the top 3 cars all on 2 tires. Chastain will be your next car in 4th on 4 tires.
I think it's going to be big here.
Somebody stayed out, I guarantee you that. I don't even think Truex. Somebody will have stayed out, I think. Somebody said, well, you know what? What the hell? I'll go for it here. If I had to take a guess. Somebody's gonna do the ultimate gamble and stay out. We're about to find out.
I like the track position. 2 tires makes me nervous all the time, but we're only gonna restart with about 6 laps to go or something like that. Maybe 6 or 7, Mike. I don't know. It's gonna be close though. Not much time to get it done. So 2 tires is gonna. They had to keep you up front. He got exactly what he needed though. He's got friends with him that has 2 too. He's not out there on an.
Did Pre stay out and help me out, or did he pit with Gibbs?
I think Gibbs just stayed out and ruined the whole bet.
Oh, good. So he's going to pit still.
No, he's just staying out.
Okay.
Or he may come in this. He may come in this time actually because they make the lap cars stay out when the leaders are pitting.
So Larry, those left side tires have what, about 50, 55 green flag laps on them? That's exactly right, Mike. But I think the key.
He's on the apron. The 54 is on the apron. I'm looking at his in-car radio or video.
Looks like McDowell stayed out. Busch stayed out. Gillian, Barry, Harvick, Larson. Yeah, a lot of cars stayed out, man. That's no surprise. Tons of them stayed out, as they should.
Look,
you're not going to win this race. You might as well take a gamble and try and win the race.
The 41's in front of the 51. The 51's in front of the 19. The 41's about to get the free pass, and he's going to be on the same lap as Ty Gibbs. He's 1 lap down. So it did out in a weird way. But Gibbs may have fresher tires, but there's always hope for a wreck.
Mm-hmm.
You may win one here. You may just win one here.
We'll see. They're gonna go green with 7-ish.
Let's see if they choose.
Let's see if they do the choose this pass around. I don't quite think they're that quick.
I think it's because of that tire. You see that I think it was on fire. All the pieces that every time we talked about it, the right front would start coming apart. I think all that rubber is built up in the rocker bottom time they caught on fire.
9 to go.
Here's another look at it.
see it on the right side rocker box as well. I'll see it coming up through the
Both sides.
two flags.
You tweeted that Larson was a hypocrite.
Yep. I gotta get that out there.
Get that out there. I hear it.
Take the wave around after not having come to pit road to try to improve their finish. Kyle Busch among them.
All right. I don't see this as the last stop. I don't see this going green to the end. I think they're gonna wreck.
Think somebody's gonna wreck.
Because you got two of the biggest winless droughts in the front row. Probably it's gonna be all right. Blaney hasn't won since Daytona, the summer race back in 2021, and Truex won 2 races later at Richmond. So they got a big winless drought going
Hey,
on.
I thought a lot of cars stayed out. They got Truex in first. I thought cars stayed out.
Oh, those are all lap cars. There's only like 10 cars on the lead lap.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I did forget about that. I got a little too excited there. I'm showing Gibbs in 13th and Priest in 19th.
Reese is 1 lap down. Gibbs is 1 lap down. It's gonna be interesting.
All right, we're going green after this, boys. They're doing the choose. You got
All right.
Blaney on the inside. Truex will be on the outside here. The first car with 4 tires is Chastain. He'll be on row 2 inside.
All right, who you got? Who you got here?
I need Chastain really stinking bad, man. That's what I need. I need Chastain really bad.
I'm playing spoiler alert. I think Blaney gets it. I think Blaney gets the win.
Drop in a comment. We got a handful of people sitting there watching. Who do you think is going to take this checkered flag? We're going to go to green with 7 to go. Going green, 7 to go. Let us know who you think is going to win. Truex is going to lead them to green here. 7 to go. Pace car is about to fall down. There goes the pace car. Let's go, boys. 7 to go. First 3 cars are all on 2 tires. Chastain first, running in P4 on 4 tires. And then I have no idea what the hell the rest of the cars have. Let's see what happens.
All right, we're in the green start zone. We're going. Top line, got it going. They got it going, but Blaney's going to go in the inside of Truex in the 1. They're side by side, but Truex is going to have the line. No, Blaney's kept it tight. Here comes Chastain. Oh no, Ryan Blaney. Here comes Chastain.
Chastain on these 4 tires is about to get him, I think, on this lap. If they give him that inside, they almost gave him a look there.
Oh my gosh, they better keep holding. They better move quick because Byron's coming too quickly. Oh, they made contact. Chastain's going to have to maneuver around this 12 very quickly if he wants to win this.
Yeah, he's got to go.
He's got past the 12. He's got 5 laps to chase down his 19 to win this race. Can Chastain do it? I think he can. I think Chastain can. All right, 3 tenths.
He's got 2 extra tires.
Chastain's going to have a heck of a run off of 2.
Truex is going to win.
Truex won it.
Truex is going to do it. His times are already dropping off. Truex is just expanding the lead. 3 to go. They going to get another caution so we can get overtime? Anybody going to wreck? NASCAR want to make the call? Yeah, Chastain ain't got it. He's not got it. Truex is going to win. Truex got it.
Hail Melon, baby. That's what we need.
Wearing the shirt. Yeah, you're correct, Joe.
Truex won.
2 to go. 2 to go. Truex brothers sweep the weekend. Well, I don't know who won truck. I don't watch that.
Truck that was off this weekend.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. 1 to go. Caution won't matter now. Obviously, no
Truex
caution.
is your winner.
Yeah, Truex won.
Let's hear Truex radio.
Yeah, get Truex real quick.
He's gonna be pumped.
Love everyone on this team. Oh, yeah.
I love it. Hold on. He said he loved everybody on this team. Wasn't it just like half a dozen weeks ago? Everybody was talking about Truex and Smalls, the big controversy.
Yeah.
Because he thought what was it, like he thought he got tires and he didn't get tires and he was pissed that Smalls didn't tell him he didn't get tires. So the way he was driving it, obviously it felt like he thought he had new tires. Wasn't that just like half a dozen races ago?
Yeah. Truex family suite weekend.
Good little weekend here for the Truex family.
Well, the thing is, he's in the playoffs now. Something he missed out on last year. Big deal. Big day for Truex.
Ah, man, what a bad day for betting.
Yeah. But,
Nice.
first race doing this. It was obviously a boring race, but, good little ending, I say. It's spicy at the end. We saw a caution. It was fair racing.
That last caution didn't add any excitement. That was a boring race. Gibbs finished 13th. Priest was in 17th. Buscher finished 9th. Briscoe was 22 laps back in 30th. Chevy led every lap except for, I don't know, the 40-ish that Truex led at the very end. Chevy led every lap. Through Kyle Busch, Chastain, and Byron, Chevy led every lap until the last 30-ish. 40.
Luckily, though,
I
next
lost all
week,
my bets. Lost all my bets.
you got Kansas next week. Got Darlington. Got North Wilkesboro. And you got Charlotte. Good racing coming up. This was going to be a bad one, we know, heading into it. The short track package is bad. But now we're in a good stretch of races. So I think we'll be all right. But,
Man,
that's pretty much it for here. Dover, Truex wins.
Yeah, I'm just disgusted with the bets. Not disgusted with the bets that I made. The outcome. I just and I mean, that wasn't even entertaining. I sat here for 3 hours and didn't even really get much entertainment. NASCAR's got a problem, man. I've felt that way too much this season. I've had this feeling of finished watching a race and being like, oh, I could have been mowing the grass or could have been, painting the house and gotten more entertainment than that. Where was the entertainment?
Honestly,
Nothing came out of that.
I want to see what happens to this 1 and 5. I want to see if they have a little chat because I got a feeling Chastain ain't the type that's going to be going up and starting a fight, but it's going to eventually annoy him to the point where he's going to go do that. I want to see what's going to happen. I want to see if they even talk.
Yeah, I've turned it off, but I hear you.
Truex is burning it down.
Yeah, I bet he is.
He is.
I turned it off. I mean, he hadn't had a win since 2001 or 21.
Oh, he's on the rim.
He's on the rim. Nice.
He's on the rim.
Nice. All right.
Holy crap. Fun race. Hopefully it was a little bit better next time we do this. If we do it again. But yeah, pretty fun.
Yeah, drop in a comment. Let me know what you liked or didn't like about this, to be quite honest. Yeah, that's the only thing that went good during this broadcast, Fish. And that was an easy winner. Cash in the first half, as you've put in the chat. Easy winner. Easy winner. All right, William. Well, go enjoy the rest of your day. Appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate everybody out there hanging out with us. We don't know when there will be a Monday race. These are pretty much impossible to do on a Sunday with my family situation. But hey, next time we get lucky on a Monday, we'll sit here and be with you guys, and obviously look for the Highline podcast to kick back up, and we'll start previewing the races again. So, all right, William, have a good one, man.
All right, man. We'll see you.
See ya.
Bye-bye.